So, everyone, when we left off, you had all made a trip to Megorium's and the embers beneath Flameheart's grasp. Uh, Outside of avoiding trouble with a loan shark there after Cass had intimidated a low level ne'er do well in the deeps, you proceeded to the store in which Cranthor made a deal uh, to obtain a weapon of distinct design, a +1 maul, with the benefit of being especially harmful to the undead, in exchange for fighting an honor duel against a representative of his clan to allow for the establishment of a Megorium's in the Dreadbog. Upon leaving the store, Runwin had not joined the party, and it had faded away behind you. This is where we begin.
Has Crantor stepped out of the shop yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Granthal,
Yes, Thomas.
Ron was in there with you. Where?
She gave me the bag.
God, this store Diddy, one of you?
What was that? Sorry,
The
Sadie.
store Diddy, one of us?
Yes, I do believe the store ate Runwin. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Yes.
The store ate Rodwood.
Well, she went with Megorium.
Went where?
I do not know.
Can we all go?
I kind of look at where the store was.
It doesn't appear.
I don't believe so, no.
So, are we supposed to wait here for them to come back?
Was Cranthor told that?
I think so.
The only thing Granthor was told was that I believe Runwin would be going away for a moment, and that she would meet up with you later.
I was told she would meet us later. She gave me this strange bag.
Right, where we've been keeping everything.
Indeed.
Magic, right, because that's not the...
I
That's
do
the
not
law, right?
understand.
That's normal.
Yes, of course. No, for stores to disappear, reappear, your friends go in, never come out. Fantastic.
Yay.
So we're not supposed to wait here.
I do not believe so, no.
Cash just goes up to the wall and puts his hand on it and kind of touches it to see if it's solid
It is solid.
and not some sort of illusion. What the fuck?
It is as though it had never existed.
So, guess, where do we go from here?
Runwin usually decides.
I mean, we still got jobs. We're escorting this candy man.
Ugh.
Whole reason we were doing that was so that we could get to Vosh's bounty near where we were supposed to pick up our next contract. But without Runwin, that next contract, do we even have it anymore? That was her contact. That's who we were going to meet.
You make a good point.
I don't think Runwin would leave if she thought she wasn't going to meet up with us before our next contract.
I don't know her that well.
I would hope not. I would hope she wouldn't just leave us hanging like that, but
I mean, you've seen what Mr. McGorian can do. I'm sure he can put her wherever he wants her. Or take her wherever she wants to go, more like. But I'm sure they'll be able to find us. magic's weird like that.
I guess.
Even without that X contract, we still got the job we're doing, another job, and another job.
Right. Going to the Dreadbog is one. For your honor, Duilius.
Yes.
Also taking care of the job you picked up, Mr. Sparks. So, what time is it?
It was evening.
Get-
No,
We
you have to
were
move.
meeting whoever at the shop an hour to sunset, and it's probably been a good half hour, 45 minutes.
Yep, you know you would have to hurry to be on time.
We must get to Mr. Putresso.
Alright, well, let's boogie, boys.
All right.
Indeed. How big is a bag of holding on the outside?
It's about this. You can open it up to.
Does it flatten out if you squish it?
Yeah, it doesn't. There's nothing physically like there on this plane. So if you were to like press it, it would be flat.
I'll just stuff it kind of in my shell under my right arm.
Okay, that's fine. I will need a survival check from everybody. Those of you who have spent some time here before have advantage to try to navigate the city quickly enough to arrive on time to your employer.
Unnatural 20.
Very good.
Nice.
So,
You said with advantage.
13.
Yes. 13.
Sorry, pulling up Cass.
It's alright.
I rolled shit though, which keeps with that Cass does not have a good sense of direction.
I have to pull you out of an alley with a bunch of dogs fighting in it.
The back alley is where I navigated before. This is
Not
literally
that one, dear boy.
Oh yeah, no, that's a 7.
Okay, and what was Edda's?
And I got a 15 on the die, and I can't remember if I have a 2 or a 3 in survival. I'm trying to get it pulled up.
Okay. By the sound of things, Cranthor has the largest roll, and it is enough. So what winds up happening is you all kind of fall in line as Cranthor just plows through the crowds. Some get out of his way, some are simply brushed aside as the massive turtle sweeps past them.
Excuse me.
Occasionally you hear a muttered insult or an offended yell, but sparing no time for any of that. You're able to blaze a path to your employer, you suspect not a minute too soon. The last of the carts are being fitted with the last supplies for this part of the journey.
Oh God, did we buy rations?
I did.
I did. I guess should I? How many days will we be for the rest?
You believe you have about a week.
A week. Okay.
Can we say I bought some so I don't have to eat candy?
You might have to do some hunting.
Ah, I could do
You were
that.
given 3 days worth from Edda's mom.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. I think I marked that down. Let me
I have a
check.
shitload of rations coming.
It's almost like she emptied out her storage.
Hey,
Ah,
whatever works.
I have 4 days worth.
That's a little over half the trip.
I was gonna say Cass has enough to help you out with that.
Cranthor doesn't like candy.
I have 17 days worth. That's been
Yeah.
a while. After going 2 weeks only eating candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never again.
No. Yeah, her 3 was just a bonus on the icing on the
Yeah.
cake there.
Actually, I've got 15 then.
Just say Cranthor is glad he doesn't have teeth to have to brush.
Well, as you come running up to the caravan, a familiar voice calls out, "Oh, you're just in time!
Hello, Mr. Putresso.
Hello, Cranthor. I have a snack I think you'd like."
Is that so?
And he has what looks to be an almost taffy, but not quite as solid. Like a little, it's not as opaque. You can almost like see some flickering light through it, and it's in the shape of a fish. And it's not very big, maybe half the size of one of your fingers, and he like tosses it to you.
Like a Swedish fish?
Now, I didn't use those words. That is a brand that has not offered any sponsorship. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, I will,
It's a little gummy, sweet, but not very much.
Doesn't taste anything like a fish, does it?
No, not at all.
Thank you, Mr. Putresso.
Did you like it?
It is a bit sweet.
So good.
Sure.
He pulls out a bag that is open, and on kind of stitched around it. It's got like it's a colorful like purple with greens and yellows on it. It just has Putressos kind of around it, and he tosses it to you, and it's full of these little fish.
I will pull the drawstring, take out the bag of holding and put them in there, and put that back. Bag of, what are we going to call these? Putresso's fish?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I might call them Cranthor's fish.
I came up with them just for you, Cranthor.
Thank you, Mr.
I just wanted you to know I was thinking about you.
It pleases me to hear this.
Can I roll an insight on that? Oh, it was almost good. Now only a 4.
He was probably thinking about him.
Yeah. Well, I meant to see how Cranthor felt about it.
Oh. I don't think Cranthor's hiding that.
He's trying.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
okay,
gonna say,
give me a bluff, just as a baseline.
Sounds about right. Deception, that's 5.
Got a 4?
I got a 4, yeah, I rolled a
Yeah, he seems alright with this.
Okay.
My passive's a 17. What am I picking up from this conversation?
Cranthor does not like these fish. They don't taste anything like fish.
He does not like them here or there.
He is accepting them as a gesture of goodwill from our employer. And that is all.
Well, I have lots of work to do after I'm collecting some new ingredients and ideas at my lab. I'll be in my cart if you need me.
Mr. Paterso.
Yes, Mr. Sparks.
Yeah, we had a small stop to make along the way.
Go on.
A small farming community outside of... That's on my truck.
Hang on, I'll get mine up here.
Are you trying to reference the city? Or?
Outside of Solera?
Winfield
little-
Commune.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
Winfield's
about
coming.
halfway.
What are you planning? We have a small stop outside of Solera. What are you planning on stopping there
Well,
yourself?
we're going right by.
So you wouldn't mind stopping?
Well, I don't suppose so. We'll just take rest there.
I like the sound of that. We have some business there that we can take care of along the way.
Well,
If you're okay with it.
I can't stop you from being such a go-getter.
Oh, thank you.
Who would I be to try to crush the entrepreneurial spirit?
like the sound of that.
Well, I have some new and fantastic creations to work on, so
Mm.
I'll see you soon. Might be out in a couple of days' time. I'll make sure someone passes the candy, don't worry.
Thank you so much.
And with that, he disappears inside of his wagon and slams the door behind him. He seems like a spring is in his step. He is excited about something.
Right.
7 more days. 7 more days. 7 more days.
Last time I
That's
saw
a
the,
long time, Cassian.
7 days. You can do just about anything for 7 days, my friend.
last time I saw him excited, he was dragging an elf into his wagon.
Thank you for that imagery. That makes me feel so good.
Out of his wagon. Stop talking like that.
I just let you guys know that, comparison.
That's true. Maybe he's just working on candy. You know, if you're gonna get weird ingredients, the capital's probably the place to do it. I'm gonna tell myself he's making himself some weird ass candy out of normal things.
You can think whatever you want.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
This man is not making candy out of people right now.
Probably not.
Or people out of candy and people.
Whatever helps you guys sleep at night.
There are no people in this equation.
Are you positive about that?
Yes, I am.
Did he hire the new security guards like he was? Do we see a new?
Actually, they're already ahead.
Oh, okay.
Some familiar-looking figures are on the road before you. Atop skeletal horses.
Oh, God.
You have been joined by none other than the Steel Reserve. The Diggs peers out at you, kind of cocks his head a little and smiles,
I'll give him a wave.
and he gives you a very sharp upward head nod. So we're gonna be working together again.
Indeed.
You guys are great. That'll be fun. That's a shiny shell.
Thank you. A young boy polished it for me.
Granthor, how many young boys polish your shell?
God.
I can only think of one.
I don't know if that's worse or better.
I don't either.
Maybe you think about how you word things, bud.
Did I say something incorrectly?
You said something real suggestive.
Yes.
In what manner?
Don't worry. What rating are we going for this podcast?
I mean, I don't recommend it for child audiences.
Let's say polish your shell. Has other implications.
Such as...
Mating.
Not playing implications.
Mating.
Oh,
For
I
your-
did
yeah, so
not
you can
mate
understand.
with the boy.
I hope not.
No.
Like, say I meet this lovely lady. I come back, I tell you she polished the old hammer. She probably didn't touch my actual hammer.
How odd.
As you said, we have a strange way of speaking, and many of those things are suggestive.
This will take some time to learn.
Yeah, yes it will. Are we ready to be off, though?
So, where do we need to keep guard now? How much are these guys doing? This new Diggs and Company.
What? How much? What?
Like compared to where we normally sit, are they sitting where we had?
They
Once-
appear to have taken like a wedge formation at the front of the caravan.
Okay.
The Diggs is actually not at the middle.
Hmm.
He's back a little bit. Dirk is actually at the front.
That's very front.
Yes.
So
He's
kind of
the
where we had
sneaky
put up
one, right?
posts, they really haven't.
He is good at sneaking.
Oh yeah,
The
he
flea.
is.
What's that?
The flea.
The flea is the best. They're all
Oh, okay.
relatively.
They're all- gotcha.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what the flea's actual name was because that's the only thing that I.
I think that's the only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's really all Cass knew him as, so.
I don't believe anyone there is a full identification of every member of the Steel Reserve. I think there was 2 or 3 of them you actually knew their names, and the rest of them were just like, yeah, that one's using a sock to wipe his ass. I don't want to talk to him. But
Oh, I remember that now. That was unfortunate for him.
Well, I don't think I'll probably need to be scouting out until we hit too far out from here. Pretty well traveled right now.
We know we're, what was it, 2.5, 3 days out from Solaris?
yes,
Okay.
now you know you'll hit Solaris fairly soon on the journey.
We're looking for a farming community outside of that.
And it is called
Windfield.
Yeah, Winfell.
Winfield Communion.
Winfell.
Winfeld Commune.
Well then.
We don't have enough people to pull this off without running.
With the Steel Reserve.
Well, I cut them out on the money.
True.
4 of us should be able to take care of it, I would think.
We did lose our second best looking group member.
Second best?
Me being the first.
Gotcha. Right. Right, I walked right into that one. Alright. Who's taking front?
Well, Brahma normally did, but it's just because she could talk to Cranthorne in the back.
Right. Guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and just yell at each other or have someone run back and forth. When we need
I
messages
reckon we
delivered.
can yell loud enough.
Or Crantor doesn't know you have it, but the bird.
No, we know he has that. We don't know he's fixed it yet.
No,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
we know-
you guys don't know. Yeah, that I've fixed it. Also, it has a cooldown of 2 days.
Did not know
I
that.
don't
Yep.
know that either.
Nope, but I do. So, fun. I'll go sit in the front. Whoever would like to join me can go join me, or do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Dirk kind of turns to face a lot of you and he eyes you as you approach. Just a very cold stare. You see one of the flowers from the flower shop has been pinned to his shirt. There also is a
Dirk or Davis?
sorry, Davis.
Okay, I was gonna say because Davis is the one whose girlfriend I shot.
Yeah, sorry, Davis.
Is he just giving
No, Dirk's
Cass
fine
the
with you.
look, or
Yeah, it's specifically at Cass as Cass is approaching the front, and then he turns away to what he was doing. You notice some of his equipment in particular has changed.
Mm.
While the others are still wearing more Steel Reserve-esque things, and he does have some of the leather wrappings and things that they do, there is a kind of finer cloth blackish cloth outfit he has on, with what appears to be heavier armor beneath it.
Somebody got some upgrades.
A weapon, a long sword, and a very prominent scabbard is at his side.
Any of that mean anything to me outside of that he's...
You know he couldn't
Better armor.
bought that with wages he had.
Cass will walk right up next to him. Just hands in the pocket. Where'd you get that, friend? And motion to the sword.
A generous investor.
Generous investor indeed. For what?
Future cooperation.
In?
Whatever they need.
And who is this future investor?
Then he kind of looks at you for a second and then says, an individual by the name of Mr. Nunya.
I think I've heard of him.
I've definitely heard of him. I've worked for him myself.
I do not know this man.
Looks getting a little bit Crathor.
On your in-game money, is there any portraits on like gold coins? Or...
Oh, the king.
Okay.
His like an imperious like side profile of him is stamped on.
Do I know his actual name?
Oh yeah, you do.
Probably all would. Being
Just-
citizens
yeah.
wouldn't
No,
they?
that-
Yeah,
is-
I've never asked before.
I don't know that I did either.
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
Taratus Flameheart.
Taratus Flameheart. Okay.
Youngest and most noble son.
Any insignias or anything on that blade? Or on the sheath?
Give me an Arcana check. You do see some kind of silver, almost like mercury glyphs on the side.
Crantor doesn't see any Cabal markings on it, does he?
Not their standard.
And this is Davis.
Davis. Yes.
Davis, I think your friend Mr. Nunya knows my good friend Mr. Flameheart. I'll jingle a bag of coins.
Maybe. What are you looking for?
Just some information. Maybe we want some fancy new upgrades. Yeah, we're always looking for work.
If you catch the eye of my benefactor, I imagine he'll find you the same way he found me.
How did he find you?
He has a way of being in the right place at the right time.
That ain't ominous at all.
Does this sound like anyone else you guys know?
Megorium.
Did you just say that? when Krator says that, I'm watching this kid's face to see if there's any
There's
type
no
of...
reaction to that.
Okay.
Odds are he knows who
I'm sure.
Megorium is, but
Oh, yeah, just that. Okay.
he's almost as well known as the king.
Yeah. But that doesn't spark anything in him, like this might be the employer, kind of that. Okay.
No. Your passive does not pick that up.
Hmm.
Castle move up to Diggs then.
Hey.
Hey. Davis has some nice armor and nice
Yeah. When we were getting our new, I don't know, gifts. Gifts isn't the right word.
New equipment, new upgrades.
Upgrade.
New accommodations.
Alright, yeah.
Well, he went to a side room,
Mm-hmm.
and we were asked to wait a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and we played some checkers.
And you got these accommodations from the Ebon Cabal, yes?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they have a nice little place back in Cathasis.
Right. Interesting.
They're actually kind of nice. I mean, they kind of come off creepy sometimes, but I can't complain.
I mean, as anyone does that deals in undead, of course, it's come off creepy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They don't smell bad either. I always thought they would.
Crantor spit.
My understanding is magic can do many things, so changing the smell of an undead seems pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't do the magic.
I don't either, but one can guess, yes?
But yeah, no, they were there, and then, Davis came out, and he said he had a few errands to run, and when we met him later, he had all this.
I see. Well, shall we be off? Everyone's set?
Yeah, I imagine if we want our money, we should get going.
Right. Time's to taking us, Mr. Sparks?
Yeah, we gotta get to Winfield pretty quick.
Yep. Granthor, yes? Ready?
I will take the back as usual.
Why are we stopping at Winfield?
I say hi to an old friend.
Oh, cool.
Ed, are you ready, yes, dude?
Yeah, I reckon I'll just take up middle as usual.
Edda, you have a really lovely mother, by the way.
Right?
She
The
does.
best.
I wish my mother fed me that well.
Buddy, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to respond to that.
Oh well. I never knew my mother anyway. He just rides forward.
Cass will go and get on the front cart and sit.
It'll take middle.
Sparks, you up with me, or where you headed?
Are any of them sitting on wagons? Or are they just kind of riding the perimeter of the group?
The Steel
They've got
Reserve.
skeletal ponies,
They're in a
don't
V
they?
formation at the front.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sit on the front next to Cass.
Cass will hold out an arm to pull you up.
He'll grab it and climb on up.
Figure, you're not allowed to eat perfect food, I'm sorry.
So we head off.
All right.
Off we go.
With a yeah, your caravan lurches forward.
Hmm.
The twilight greets you from beyond as you head out once more into kind of the vast fields that surround the capital. A lone cat meows near your carts as you pass by.
Kitty!
I guess not even bolt at it.
No!
No!
How dare you!
Cass would be so mad. Don't hurt the cat. Kill the dogs, not the cats.
For listeners of this audio piece, we do not condone harm to any animals of any kind.
He
Except hellhounds.
We are both dog and cat fans here. That
guys, he's fine, I promise.
no one is hurting that cat. I promise. It just does that because it's needy.
He's just, and he's like, runs away, and I took from him. He doesn't know where she went, now he's very confused.
Oh.
Carrying on.
Laughing so loud.
Oh my god.
You progress further out, surging forward into the darkening night. The trail appears clear, and similar to your approach to the capital, you see that there is a active patrol around that makes it very unlikely any real threat could be out here for you. As you are out and about in the fields, you do see a familiar-looking white dragon pass not so far overhead.
Oh.
It casts a sideways glance toward you and kind of snorts in what one could guess might be bemusement, a coating of ice on some of the crops beneath it, and it continues on its way.
After that, Cass has got to pull out the mini cask he bought for himself and go ahead and tap it and start drinking while they're just sitting on the caravan.
All right. You drink away.
Yep.
What are you drinking for, Cass?
Helps me relax.
Are you nervous? Are you not relaxed enough already?
No, it's late at night.
How late is it now?
Oh, let's say 9 p.m.
Okay.
Nice to have a drink in the evening, yes?
I mean, if you say so.
Care for some?
I'm on the clock, Cass. I don't drink while I'm working.
Yeah. I quite enjoy it, though. It's been a day.
You see who's calling back. Or who?
Lost her.
One moment, folks. Technical difficulties.
Why did the call end immediately? What is this madness? Come on.
Oh no.
It could be Sierra. I don't think she has great service out where she's at.
Hopefully that changes. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
I walked to a spot in my house that apparently didn't have signal.
Don't go back there.
Ever. Is there a bathroom? So,
My kitchen, actually.
Cass.
Anyway, the dragon looked our way? Question mark.
It did, and it kind of snorted in a bemused manner.
Did it? I'll wave at it.
It gives you kind of a look of recognition, but it doesn't do anything else before it flies away.
That's fine. I didn't expect him to, but it's rude not to wave, right?
Possibly.
Maybe, I don't know. But you're just supposed to, like, pretend you're, I don't even know. Do you not acknowledge dragons in public?
You're not quite sure what dragon etiquette is or how it works.
No, I'll just wave. He seems pretty chill. I'll just wave. It's fine. There'll be no repercussions from my actions. It will be fine.
Do we recognize silver on the back of it?
Yes.
Is he waving back?
No, he does not look at you at all.
What an asshole.
We know you hooked up with him, right?
Yeah, you definitely know how to hook
I'll whisper
up
to
with him.
Cass, and I can't believe she hooked up with that asshole. As he flies by, not waving back at her.
He doesn't even look down.
He was a fucking prick, wasn't he?
I mean, he was.
I mean, we met him. He was a fucking prick.
He was aboard.
Seemed like he was compensating for a lot, Cass. You know, guys like me and you don't. We don't got to do that.
Oh, it wasn't so bad, guys. He showed me like the entire freaking.
I am trying to whisper.
I'm gonna call it a win.
I am trying to whisper just to you, Cass.
Oh yeah, I'm probably several wagons away. Never mind. I forgot.
So the caravan continues for some time. You ride until around dawn. The sky bluing.
No shit.
Wow.
I'm getting sleepy.
As am I.
As you your eyes kind of grow heavy, a attendee comes out of Mr. Petresso's personal cart.
Like a tweaker attendee or a Candyman attendee?
Like a tweaker attendee.
Okay.
And he does go. He starts at the front with a steel reserve, and you see him handing out what appear to be some little wrapped candies. And then he works his way back to the both of you at the front, and he goes, "Mr. Petresso wants to keep moving. These will keep you awake." And he hands one to both
Thank
of you.
How about have you eaten this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not reassuring.
That's very reassuring.
Oh, I've had them a number of times. They're really effective.
Take her. He ran away from me. I don't know what he wants.
That's a cat. He then proceeds to walk further back.
Can I ask if I can tell, like, this guy looks like he's on something? Like, or...
You've seen junkies who will not sleep for some time who get like this. Very similar.
Okay. So I have an idea of what this might do.
Yeah.
Is there any type of roll I can make to see what this candy is? Or what he's... Or like what it's doing to him, I guess, after he...
Yeah, you could do a medicine check on him.
Okay.
So, and it's candy form. It's really hard to tell what exactly.
Oh, yeah, just kind of the correlation between how he's
Yeah.
acting and he said he'd eaten it. That's a 10.
No idea. So we'll work his way back to is Edda in the middle,
Okay.
and he comes up
I
with
guess.
this is for you. It'll help you stay awake. Mr. Petresso stressed that he wishes to keep moving.
Well, that's fun though. What is it exactly?
It's candy that makes you stay awake. It's really good.
Buddy, are you okay?
Oh, I'm great. I am awesome. I'm ready for anything.
Uh-huh.
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 Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll take it. And is there like a nature check I can make to like sniff it or something?
Because of the caramelization and the sugar, there's just no way to tell without at least sampling it.
God, it's been a day. I'll just knock it back.
All right. Initially, nothing is
Time
different.
for cowardice right now.
Moving along the way, Cranthor, an individual with kind of a quivering brow approaches you, and he says, Mr. Petressa wants to keep going, and I'm supposed to give this to you.
What is...
It'll help you stay awake. It's really tasty too.
Is it safe?
Yeah, I've had like 5 of them on the way here.
Very well.
So everyone who has had one of these, you no longer feel tired. In fact, you feel energized to the point where it's hard for you to focus on any one thing for very long.
Great.
But the idea of rest just seems quaint. No one has any trace or feeling of exhaustion. And whatever this is, you, when the day breaks and the 24 hours has lapsed since you first or last slept, you don't feel tired at all, and you do not suffer an exhaustion point.
That's great.
Guess I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat this.
I don't really feel comfortable with it either.
How about...
How did it taste?
Do I see them from my
Sweet.
wagon?
Gummy? Yeah.
Deliberating on whether they want to eat it?
Oh, you see them talking, but you don't know what about.
I'll sleep
Guys,
right
have
now.
you tried the candy?
Yes, we got the candy.
Did you eat it?
Yes.
I did.
Sparks just doesn't say anything.
Guys, I can see sound.
19.
Fuck yeah.
Did Etta roll to insight that?
Oh, I didn't. Do I need... I don't know.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You
No.
can just take Cass
I
at face
believe
value
you.
and be like, yeah, they ate it.
Great, yeah. Stellar. Guys, I ate the stuff. It's good stuff, I
Look
guess.
back and give a thumbs up. We'll look at you and... I don't want to eat this.
Cass is going to put it in one of his pockets. Might be useful later.
Do you want to sleight of hand it, or...
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, that's a natural one. I drop it.
Ah, you said you ate it!
Yeah, you go to like slide it in your pocket, but you just chuck it backwards behind you instead, and it skitters across the back of the cart and like pops over the side.
He gave me 2.
Give me another deception.
Ooh, that's even better. That's a 21.
Well,
Can I try and sleight of hand him my piece of candy when he says that?
What?
yeah.
I wouldn't give you 2.
Well,
I
not
don't think
20.
you need to eat 2, Cat.
Use
back
your
up his
hand, and there's
two.
another candy.
Did he give me 2?
You're not even sure you threw the last one.
What did I drop? God.
You think maybe in your tiredness, you just daydreamed it.
Does Cranthor see the other one laying on the ground as the carts go past? The one that fell
What is
off?
your pass?
14.
Yeah, you probably noticed the wrapper and.
Cranthor
Okay.
pockets that.
He did give me 2. Cass is going to put it in his pocket. Do I need to roll
Another
sleight of hand again? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like what I do. That's another natural 1!
Shucks the candy again!
Sparks just sitting there shaking.
Ooh,
his head.
nice.
And you were watching like, I got 2 as he's just hawking candy behind him.
What? Captain, you said you ate it. Why'd you lie?
I miscounted. I have 3.
Cassian, I think you're lying.
You got a disadvantage.
Something.
Same roll actually on both. Only an 8.
Okay, I can.
Cranthor picks up the second one he sees too.
I fucked that up. Pretty well. Only an 8 on that one, so I imagine you see through that I
Yeah.
do not have 3.
Cassian, I'm pretty sure it's just a stimulant. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Here's what I'm thinking, Cass. I'll sleep now. You wake me up. I'll watch you while you sleep.
That sounds fucking creepy, but yes. I need to sleep at some point, so Cass is actually going to step down and start walking. Just to kind of try to keep himself awake.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and suffer an exhaustion point.
Sparks will go to sleep on this wagon.
Fair enough. You continue throughout the morning, uninterrupted. Breakfast candies are passed around a couple hours later.
If no one wakes me up, I'm just going to snooze right through, just hat pulled down over the eyes, feet kicked up if I can.
Cass, you're the only person close enough, really.
Mm-hmm.
The individual passing out the candies sees Mr. Sparks asleep, and you see him like unwrap it, and like he's like holding it above his mouth, like he's thinking.
Above my mouth?
Yeah.
You're going to choke him.
But,
Yeah, not. I'll give it to him when he wakes up.
okay, and he rewraps it and hands it to you.
Cass will take it. Oh my god. Good.
But other than that, you kind of continue on. The individuals in front of you, the Steel Reserve, are a little less chatty than they were at first. They almost appear hyper-focused. And they proceed to keep moving in unison together as the day goes by. Around about noon, you have traveled far enough that some trees have begun to make their way across your path. A small patrol of Kingdom soldiers moves past you on the road, but they don't really pay you any mind.
For clarification, too, would I have had enough time over the night to attune to the Cloak of Elvenkind?
Yes.
Cool.
But you continue.
He sounds like he's dying.
Your cat is very angry.
I wish your cat didn't sound like it was being tortured on the recording.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
not gonna think I'll be using this cat. I'm not. I said you
Even Gluten looks concerned.
concerned. Is that what you said?
What?
She said even Gluten looks concerned. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Figure you gotta stop. He won't make eye contact with me. With you, but go run a lap or something.
But
No.
yeah, you press on throughout the day. The forest eventually gives way every few miles to a smaller kind of farming area that are just kind of intermittently dotted throughout these woods that have been, it looks like mostly consumed and hauled off for use, but with little pockets still there. Even a few orchards along the way.
Oh, we lost Sierra again.
Shiza.
Stop moving around, Sierra.
Going for the kitchen for snacks.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, I don't know if it's something with the phone lines out here or what, but every once in a while it just sounds like a Decepticon invades my phone, and I'll have to... You want me to try calling you on Discord instead? Because I know the internet signal's more reliable out here.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Cool. Go ahead and switch to Discord.
Where the fuck is he here going Gheed?
Uh-oh.
Just gotta save the cat.
I'm actually going to give you that because Google Pixels make no sense to me.
Okay.
I have an iPhone for
That's
a
true.
reason.
You have an iPhone.
Yes, I do. I hate Google's operating system, though. I can't figure it out. And I don't know if it's just me.
So I love it.
Yeah,
I do as well.
It's... I know it's me. I know people do like it. I don't like it. I can't do it. Okay, preference thing. I can do it then. Anyone need anything while I'm up?
I will be getting a drink in a bit, but I want to finish my whiskey really quick.
Can you need anything?
I think I'm good.
Oh, I should pause this.
Oh yeah. We'll have to cut that out of the video.
So while Cass is walking, can you make a perception check to see what's up?
Yes.
And it is at disadvantage, correct? Exhaustion.
Yes.
Natural 1. I see nothing.
Yeah, you can't focus on anything long enough to really look at it carefully. The fatigue is it's a lot.
Are you walking around? Can Cranthor see you?
Oh, I'm just walking in front, next to the front caravan, so that I can keep an eye on Sparks, but also, just kind of try to keep awake, keep moving.
Yeah, as you, how close are you to the Steel Reserve? Because they're up there on that.
So I imagine the cart's moving here. Steel Reserve is going to be up here, right, in the V, and then Cass is kind of off to the side. So he's walking right next, keeping pace with the cart.
Okay.
Because it's not moving very fast, right?
Right. You as you're looking at your surroundings, you don't really see anything in the areas you were looking, but you do notice that on near that scabbard that you were looking at earlier, there is the air around it seems kind of disturbed. And on the bones of the skeletal horse, as well as kind of along the bit of like cloth that it is next to, it is like kind of frosted over slightly.
Hmm. Did it look like that when I looked at it the other...
When you looked at it at night,
Yeah.
you're not sure.
Okay, wasn't able to tell.
But in the daylight, it is easier to kind of pick it out.
Have I seen anything like that before?
Do an Arcana check.
Another one, because I did one the night before. But it was really low. It was like 6 or something.
Yeah.
another
Give me another one.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Uh,
That was a natural 20, but then the other one is a 9 plus 2, so 11.
No.
Okay.
Just for a moment, you're like, oh, maybe it's... No. Can't be that.
Brain's not working, brain's not working, brain's not working. $45 bottles of beer on the wall, 45 bottles of beer. Just trying to keep himself awake.
Let's see. The day continues without any particular threat harassing your party. You expect that you are drawing pretty close to the commune that you are looking for. One of these little cutouts of farm amidst the woods is going to be what you're looking. Is going to be. Why am I on the wrong page? Winfield Commune.
Mm-hmm.
So, from what you guess is about 4 hours out. Mr. Sparks, your rest would finish.
Did I know we were getting to this commune in the same day we were leaving?
Technically, you're getting there a day and a half later
Okay.
because you didn't rest.
Right. Okay. Cass, you want to try and get a sleep in while...
Preferably, yes. By the way, one of the attendees guys definitely tried to feed you this while you were sleeping.
Did he try and put it in my mouth? Or did he just kind
It
of
looked
think
like he
about
was-
it?
He was thinking about it.
considering
Yeah, like he was like,
Which Cass isn't trying to lie, it's just what he perceived. Like, he was going to. It's just,
Well, did it end up in there?
no, I told him not to bother you while you were sleeping, and then I took this for you. Do you want it?
Well, I'm good.
I figured. Cass flings it off to the side.
I say this whole time it has
Red
been
Door
happening.
sees another one. Ooh.
Well, it's one of the, like...
It's a breakfast.
Yeah, it's a breakfast one, not a...
Oh, not a.
Yeah,
not
not a- yeah.
Does it look different than the sleep ones?
Yeah, so it's the wrapping is the same, but like when you're like kind of looking at it, the coloration is different.
But, yeah, you want to try and get a nap in?
Yeah,
Yeah, you look exhausted.
I'm pretty tired. Cass is gonna climb up and try to get comfortable.
Okay.
Try to take a nap.
Yeah, you climb up on top. You do not have enough time for a full rest, but you do have time to at least go short resting,
Okay.
if that'll help you with anything.
How long would he need to get a full rest in?
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
Not 6.
Well, 6 on the sleep, but you still need 2 hours of like no real activity.
Okay.
But yeah, you continue on. Points of perceptions. Mr. Sparks, you notice a raven kind of flitting about the trees periodically.
Okay.
Eventually you lose sight of it, but it's not a bird that would live in this particular environment.
Does it look like the raven idol Cass has shown me?
No. You can give me a perception check to see if you won't get a better glimpse of it while it's flitting about.
Okay. It's 23.
23. Okay. When you glance at this thing, as it kind of moves around, there's something kind of weird in how it moves. Most birds have this very... the consistency of how it like flaps its wings isn't quite right.
Is it almost mechanical compared to... Not saying it's made of metal, but the way it's...
Not mechanical as much as it's moving faster than like its movement suggests it should be.
Okay.
And as you, every now and again, you think you catch a glint of red coming from its eyes.
Okay.
But it appears to be watching your caravan.
And then it leaves my sight.
Yes.
I will ready my crossbow to shoot it if it comes back inside of me.
Okay. A few hours later, you pull up to another clearing amongst the trees. Fields spread out before you, and wooden kind of log cabin-esque buildings are around these fields with a central barn structure amidst them and what looks like a sort of covered marketplace beside that. In this area, you see a number of people working their fields. A few of them are tending this kind of open market area. The barn door lies partially open with an individual dragging out a donkey with a plow attached. A kind of headboard before all of this reads Winfield Commune. And as the caravan kind of comes beside this, it moves to the side of the road and stops. Mr. Putresso has still yet to be seen.
But we know he's in his wagon.
Last you saw him. You have arrived.
Are you still taking a nap? How long has he been asleep for?
You say about 4 hours, was
4
it?
hours, yeah. As you guys do, they're kind of figuring out what you want to do next. The Diggs turns to address whoever's nearby. He says, "We have a pit stop to make real quick nearby. We'll be right back. Be gone for like an hour. And if you're not here, we'll catch up with you.
So if you're not back, he wants to leave without you.
We'll catch up."
Is it anything we could help with, perhaps?
Oh, there wouldn't be a need. Sounds like you guys got your own thing here anyway, so we'll catch back up with you.
I think Etta had a question for Diggs.
What was the Edda's question?
Frantor asked it.
Okay.
Well, Rumble fix blessings on your task.
And yours, dude. I'll see you soon. And they all kind of...
Cranthor thumbs
off.
up, but he's not sure what it means.
He gives one
Yeah.
over his shoulder.
Or should we wake Cass up?
How long
Probably.
has he slept?
Well, he's been asleep like 4 hours, ever since I woke up.
That will not be enough.
What if we feed him a piece of that candy?
Did he not eat one?
I don't think so.
They are remarkable.
Mm. You want to try and feed him a piece?
I do not know if he would like that or not.
How about this? He loves liquor.
Yes.
Chew up a piece of that candy and spit it into the liquor. We'll let him drink that.
That's disgusting.
Don't waste good liquor on that.
No, keep him up and he'll be drunk. It's his best working conditions.
No. We've got work to do, and he said he had some... I feel like we're going to need Cass to get this done. So,
Yeah, the poor guy's
maybe not
exhausted.
getting drunk.
I'm telling you, the poor guy's exhausted. His eyes were crossed.
Well, then
What
we make the case for him
time
eating a
is
piece
it
of that
currently?
damn
Is the
candy.
sun still up? I can sundial it if it is.
Yeah. It's
Sundial wristwatch.
it's about do some mental math. 4. Oh, it would be morning. It's two. This is the second morning since you left.
Ooh.
We should let him rest. When he wakes, we can complete our task.
Here's the thing, Cranthor. How do we know the Diggs doesn't have the same task we got, but for somebody else?
What's that have to do with
They
us?
obviously work for the corpse mongers.
I'm telling you, mix that candy with some booze, we give it to Cass, and we get our job done.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm
No.
gonna wake him up, and I'm gonna ask him to eat the candy, but we ain't gonna drug the man.
Agreed.
It's amazing you guys got anything done before I showed up. What if I do it, and you guys just keep your mouths shut?
If he asks, I will tell him. I do not like to lie.
Tell you, this is for his own good. He's fucking exhausted. We need him on this job.
I will speak with him.
Once he gets paid, he won't care what we put in his mouth.
Are you sure?
Grandpa, wake him up, would you?
Of course. I'll move over to Cass, hand on the shoulder. Just kind of dig in with the thumb claw a little bit, just enough, not to hurt you, but to kind of get your attention.
It's time to get up.
Well, we are at our destination.
The
The
place with the yeah.
Perhaps you should have one of these.
I don't want that. Thank you. Cass is gonna get down off the wagon.
We could wait for you to finish.
How much time are we gonna be here?
Looks like it's long enough to grab this kid.
I do not know.
Do I notice? I would notice that Diggs and them are gone, right? Because their horses are still there.
Oh, they took
Right.
off from the horses.
Oh, they took off. Okay, so the horses are gone.
Yeah.
Some cats would definitely notice that they're gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Diggs and them?
They said they too had a task nearby.
They say what it was.
No.
They're awful cagey about it.
I wanted to drug you. I know you're exhausted. I was going to try and force feed you some of this candy, Cass, to get you on top of your game.
Listen, Grandpa and I ate at the
Indeed, it's
we're fine.
simply made me
So in the
feel
future,
refreshed.
Cass, would you rather get drugged without your knowledge but be a high performer, or would take the moral route once you operate exhausted?
How is that even a question? To get drunk? They're talking about a piece of candy.
And I was going to put it in some booze to get you really feeling good.
He wanted me to chew it first.
Dude, what
But
the
then I
fuck?
offered to chew it. Just
Oh
in
my
the
God.
future, would you rather be drugged without knowing, but you operate at a
I
high
told
performance?
him
I
that
dislike
was
either of those.
disgusting.
What if you have to pick in the future for future references?
I'm
of
not
group,
playing this game.
just so
All
we
right.
know what to do.
I'm not playing this game because
thinking
hopefully
that
we
as he
won't
wants
be
drugged
in that
against his
situation. We need to move. We need to figure out what they're doing because if it's the same thing that we're doing, we're gonna have some problems.
You think the corpse mongers might want this? Granthor kind of looks around. Is there anybody around?
It's not outside the attendants.
This boy.
I mean, if multiple parties already know this kid exists, there's no telling how many honestly do. So
Right, someone wants the kid. Beyond at least the King's Shadow. We know Megorium does. We don't know who else might be, but maybe the Necromancers are interested in it too. But either way, we need to get moving because they've got a head start. How long ago did they leave?
Not that long.
what, not 5 minutes?
Yeah, just a few minutes ago.
Well, Edna's mom told us where we can find this family, so we can go right there. She pointed it out on my map. Then I'll point it out.
Then we should go.
Let us be off then.
You sure you don't want some of the candy?
I am positive, thank you.
It did not harm me when I ate it. Did not taste good, but
Not a Candyman, thank you though. He's gonna just start walking.
I should have put in some booze.
Can we
later.
say at some point on the road that I took that basket out and rearranged it and took some of like the key things that would link it to my mom?
That's fine.
Cool.
You just have them on your person.
Yeah, I mean, I leave it mostly intact, but it doesn't look nearly as nice as it did before. But like all the important things are still there. But like if they look at it, they're not gonna think, oh, there's Marks in this.
You can attempt a. I will allow a sleight of hand or an intelligence check.
Neither of those things are great. Sleight of hand is slightly better.
It would be. It would. There are other checks available if you weren't trying to keep it in a nice as a nice bundle. But since you're trying to kind of maintain that nicety, it needs to be finessed a little more.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fine. Oh, hey, that's 21.
Yeah, you are successful. It still is a pretty nice looking basket. But your mother's kind of signature handiwork has been undone.
Dope.
As you linger here on the side of the road, a few of the individuals kind of tending their fields nearby look toward you curiously. They are some distance away.
I think we would start walking. She showed me where their farm was. I think we'd start walking towards it.
Okay. Yeah, you have perfect directions to get there.
And, Grantor, what was this kid's name again?
That would have been. Cranthor stands there for about 10 seconds thinking.
Gantry something.
Feelongs.
Oh.
While we're walking that way, can I do a perception check as well to keep an eye out for either skeletal horses, the Dags, or any of the Steel Reserve, or also anyone that happens to be standing
King
out?
Shadow.
Yeah, potentially King Shadow. Or, last one is any kids.
Yeah,
I will assist.
So we
you are assisting.
flat roll then. Only an 11.
You do see a couple of kids running around. You don't see any sign of the Steel Reserve, and no one here stands out as a potential King's Shadow member.
Okay.
Do I notice anything with my passive, or can I roll perception?
You can roll. Your passive, you see kids at work in the fields, a few of them just playing around.
Cranthor would like to keep an eye out for anything suspicious as well. Could he roll that as well?
Uh-huh.
Just anything that looks dangerous or out of place.
21 was mine.
21.
That's bad. That's a 6.
No.
Looks fine.
With a 21, most of the people out here are they're watching you as you pass by because you stand out more than anything else.
Oh right, yeah.
Even Cranthor?
Oh, especially Cranthor.
Yeah, we're like
You're not in the bogs. You
Yeah.
have time to go.
Yeah, we're like a little farming community.
Yeah, a lot of them have probably never seen a turtle. Or maybe even heard of one.
Damn.
But as you guys are kind of going through, they're definitely eyeing you, but they're still very focused on getting their work done. So like there's like a quick, oh, and like continue the working their fields and occasionally looking back to you. Well, there is one individual that you notice, Sparks, who looks like anybody else here, but his outfit is slightly less dirty than the rest and a little less ragged. And this individual, who he's got kind of, this isn't too unusual, but he's got a hat that kind of shadows his face a bit. It's from the sun and all else. But he appears to be seeding a field and has kind of just stopped to watch you.
Can I use my ocular pat down and insight whether he means us harm?
He's a little too far away to... I would allow it with disadvantage on the roll from here, or you could attempt to get closer.
My Rachel gives me advantage, so just a break-even check.
Yeah.
Break-even insight. Oh, passive's higher.
Yeah, you can't really read the guy between how far away he is, and just there's no facial feature that's really easy available to you to read from here.
Okay.
It's not possible to tell. His posture definitely implies interest, but his intention is not known.
Okay.
Cass. Oh, sorry. Go.
I was gonna say I'll point him out to Cass.
Cass would want his hood up too as he's walking, just as he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Once Sparks points out that person, can I kind of look over at them?
Yeah.
See if it means anything to me. Same roll. What would that be?
What would which be?
To kind of gauge if I recognize this individual, or if it means anything to me.
See if you well. Of course, there's insight to try to gauge intent.
History, if I know them.
I would allow history. Yeah, see if you knew them, or if there was something about them that would stand out to you.
Only a 5, so
No.
I can't tell from here. Fuck, give me that stupid piece of candy.
Here you
Too
are.
tired to do this shit. Cass will eat it.
Yeah, it goes down and no effect immediately. But a few minutes later, it's like you just chugged a whole barrel of coffee. You are
Oh, that feels better.
just kind of zooming around.
Exhilarating, isn't it?
All right. Okay, let's try to get this shit done, yeah?
Your exhaustion point disappears.
Was that your candy, or did I give him one of mine?
I don't have any. You have both.
You've got
Yeah, you have
everyone's.
both, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only caught 2, though. I thought you had one that...
No,
gave
Cass
him-
only had one, and he lied to Edda to say he had 2.
I saw
Okay.
that handed it by.
Yeah,
he
and
dropped
then
it to
Cass
you.
just catapulted them off the back of the carts.
And that's right.
Yes.
It's funny. I found these on the ground.
Well, they seem to work. Whatever they are.
Guess I think maybe we'll try and convince the family and the boy to come with us. You keep an eye on that guy, keeping an eye on us.
What guy?
You want me just to watch him and not go with you?
Cranthor looks over at the guy.
Yeah, as people have kind of taken turns staring at him,
I don't like that.
he gets back to work.
Does he look like he's seeding that field properly? Cranthor's seen some fields sown, I'm sure.
Probably not a lot of time actually like knowing about them though.
Yeah,
The
true.
bog wouldn't have much in that way.
Just tubers and reeds.
Yeah, I would say Cranthor would not be able to gauge whether or not the particular way that man is throwing seeds into the ground is the correct one.
You sure you want me to just watch him rather than go and see if we can get a hold of this kid?
My intention was never to grab the kid aggressively or physically. I'm going to try and convince them to come with us.
Right.
I think someone should keep an eye on that guy in that field, though. From what you guys have said about the King's Shadow, they can be everywhere. We shouldn't take a risk.
It's true. Alright.
If you don't want to watch him, I think someone should.
Either way, I can or someone else can. Doesn't matter to me. Obviously, if he moves, it'd be easier for me to stealth and stay out of sight than one of you.
As you guys have moved deeper along the path, you have a better view of the village overall now as you're kind of getting into it. On the other side of where all those trading stalls are, there's like a caravan cart that's set up. It has this kind of white cloth overhang on it. It's
Big
pretty,
top.
yeah, pretty roomy. You see an individual outside in kind of fairly nice attire. I wouldn't call it fancy clothes, but kind of well kept merchant stuff. He has a few pieces of jewelry kind of around him. A white kind of like shawl dangles over his shoulders. and he appears to be talking to some villagers enthusiastically about something as he gestures towards some of his goods. There, also he has a like a white head wrap, not really quite a turban, but it looks like it's his way of staying cool under the sun.
Yeah.
There are different stalls with different things, people with fresh produce of different kinds, bargaining with one another. You see someone, instead of using currency, trades over a few what look to be farming tools, and in exchange, someone walks away and comes back with a cow and hands it to them. There are it's not really bustling, I would say, but there's a couple dozen people here, as well as those kids that were running around earlier that you saw. They've come up. One of them's like tugging on one of the skirts of the women and pointing towards some fruit nearby. Another one seems to be like hiding underneath one of the stalls and like peeking out to see if anyone sees them, and like going back underneath with a kind of an impish smile on their face. The individual that you've been eyeing who was doing the seating, you see him kind of reach the end of the row he was on, and then he walks toward a house adjacent to the field he's working in. You are, at this point, just a little away from the house that you were told to go to.
Are you watching that? Are you staying back to follow that guy from the field?
Do you want me to break off, I suppose?
Yeah, he makes me a little nervous. He's a little too curious what we're doing here.
Will do. So Cass will move away from the group.
Sure. How do you approach? What's your vector or approach here?
Trying to blend with the crowd, just kind of move through the crowd and then into an alley.
Okay,
Just
like
kind
through
of
the
slip-
markets.
Right.
So like there's not a good alley, it's pretty open. Like
Okay.
there's a trading center that's got like a thatched like roof. But that's like in a square, and the field he's in is like a couple of open blocks this way. So like there's no cover to approach his house from because it's just field and road.
Okay.
Most of the infrastructure that could obscure vision is just in like this tight cluster.
Is it possible then that Cass sees something he can climb up to get onto a roof?
Yeah,
to
you
look-
could get on
keep an
top
eye
of
on
the trading
house.
area. You could like hide amongst, because it has like these little divots that go up and down for each like stall area, and you could like try to peek over one. Another option is perhaps the cart. If you could either sneak in or persuade the individual to allow you to use it for that purpose. There's a building. It looks like a somewhat of a facilitating building for town meetings and things that's near this. If you could sneak into there, maybe peer through a window or something of that nature. But you have a few options if you want to just stay away and find a place to hide.
Because more so he just wants to keep an eye. Any tall grasses or anything?
There are some crops that are coming in already, and that are tall enough that were you to go prone, you could hide in them.
Would I be able to go prone and see the house?
With it would be half cover for the house and anything around it.
Okay. If it's half cover, how does that affect for my perception checks?
I will say you have disadvantage on the rolls, but you would be able to
Okay.
see.
Even with sharpshooter negating.
I will say because it is a sweeping instead of a focused thing, yes.
Okay. Let's see. There's not necessarily a building that I can climb onto, though, to look down.
It wouldn't be like a very big vantage point, but either of these trading area is a little taller than his house, and you'd have a pretty decent view around it. Or if you can get on top of the wagon or the facilitating kind of, not really a town hall, but it's their closest thing to that.
Would I have to go in to do that, or would I actually be able
You
to
could
do
just try to go up the side, yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll do instead then.
It looks like it's like a story and a half. Like they've got a kind of a storage area up there or something, an attic that's short.
Okay. That's more to get the higher vantage point to be able to see.
Sure.
So what do you need first?
Stealth
to blend or...
Yeah, stealth to blend to approach it.
Okay.
And you're going kind of by the trade because that's the most congested area, and then...
Right.
Okay.
And Cloak of Elvenkind, so advantage on that. Natural 20.
Yeah, you phase through the crowd. You kind of like dart between people who are like in mid-transaction, and they don't even notice you. You wind up with just a pair. You're not even quite sure how you got it.
Fantastic. And then the building, I'm going to try to make my way up it.
I will allow, I'm going to assume acrobatics is favorable to you.
That would be my preferred, yes.
I will allow that one to be your roll.
All
And
right.
you kind of propel yourself off different things.
19.
That is plenty enough to clear on top. You are in a place where you would have partial cover to kind of be on high and observe the village below you.
And that's where he's going to hang out, and he's going to keep an eye on that house for where the gentleman that had kind of been watching. He's going to be keeping an eye on that.
Sure.
And then just a general, every once in a while, checking everywhere else.
Yeah, as you settle in place up on the roof, your cloak takes the color of the thatching and its texture. Just your head peeking out slightly as you gaze around is the only kind of thing that might give you away, and no one appears to have noticed it.
Wow. I'm hidden.
But your eyes are in the sky.
I'm one with the thatch.
You have become the roof.
I can become roof. Observer of homes.
Yes.
All right, you are in place.
Perfect.
For the rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
I think we're just going to the farmhouse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cass vanished, by the way.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping he would do.
No. Good at it.
So the house is close by. Really, before you're even in place, they can get to it. So they, you guys are there, front door. It's right there.
This is your show, Mr. Sparks.
I'm very charismatic. I want to kill this. He knocks on the door.
Okay. You give the door a knock.
Oh, give me the gift basket.
Ah, yes, I believe that I had it.
It wasn't a bag of holding.
I'm gonna put it back.
I think of the gift basket and put my hand in the bag.
Out comes the gift basket.
Why does it look like shit?
Doesn't look like shit.
Put
It's
on
just
it.
it's different.
Comparatively.
Perhaps some of it fell out in the bag. I put the bag on my head and look in there.
The void greets you.
I pull my head out and cast light on my nose with my ring, and then
Still somehow dark. You see the light kind of around your face, and then nothingness stretches beyond you in any direction.
this bag is very odd.
Try not to think about it.
Indeed.
I knock on that.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and you hear the sound of some movement. And a few moments later, a woman of probably in her mid-20s opens the door.
Okay.
She is in peasant attire, but fairly well kept. Her general appearance has the suggestion that she is recently bathed, and she is not covered in dirt. And she kind of messes with her hair a little bit. And says, we were not expecting guests quite so soon.
Why so soon? Were you expecting someone?
Yes, I have to say, three of you don't quite meet what I had in mind, but come in.
Wow, 1 second. Maybe what do you mean had in mind?
I'm sorry, Why are you here? Perhaps I've misunderstood.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Well, first of all, we brought you this gift basket.
That's very sweet. Thank you. I'll.
Are you Mrs. Felong?
Yes, my name's Mary. Please.
So nice to meet you, Mary.
I'll just put these down. It's a beautiful arrangement.
Thank you.
This is from the capital?
Yes.
Oh, well, whoever you found, they did a good job.
Yeah, what's her? I'll point to Etta.
You're very talented. Is this your hobby outside of your normal profession?
Yeah, I mean, you need something to relax every now and again, so.
Of course. Maybe I could ask for your advice on my garden before you leave.
Oh, I'll do my best.
But assuming you are who I should be expecting,
I am Cranthor.
Mary, good to meet you.
Likewise.
I'll be honest with you, Mary. We're here on some business.
No, yeah.
You know. What do you know?
Well, you're here to... And she looks around. You're here to help my son, right?
Who? And who told you that?
Correct.
Shh. I'll elbow Etta.
I worry. Godfrey he's a sweet kid, but well, strange things happen, and sometimes they're not good. I reached out, and when Merrick said that he could help me find someone and that they'd be here inside of a week, I thought it was too good to be true, but here you are.
You said Merrick.
Yes.
Do I know who that is?
No.
Okay. Who's Merrick?
He's another villager here. He saw Godfrey use his gift, and instead of getting angry or causing trouble, he asked if we needed help, and I didn't know where to turn, and he was so understanding and kind, and well, here you are. So
Did he say who he was going to get his help from?
he said that he knew some people who specialize in handling things like this, and that they'd be more than happy to help.
He may have deceived you.
What do you mean?
I think we're here not from the same person that he talked to, but someone else.
I'm going to need you to do persuasion. Not necessarily to prove what you're saying is right or not, but more to overcome the suspicion.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of squints a bit, but then she continues to listen.
See, what's say him by another representative? His name's Megorium.
The man with the wondrous magical emporium?
Yeah, you know him. He said
Who hasn't heard of him?
Right. He told us that the King's Shadow was after your boy.
King's Shadow after...
I'm afraid that maybe
boy.
it was who your friend was talking to.
But why? Who they...
Megorium said he's developed some kind of psionic powers.
I mean, he has a gift. I don't know what it is.
What sort of gift?
She just said she doesn't know.
Oh, she must have some name.
I mean, sometimes things around him just kind of float, or he can tell you what you're thinking, or one time when we were at the dance, he was really mad at this boy, and he made his pants fall down, which was very rude. And I tried my best to teach him right from wrong, but what do you do when your son can lift cows with his powers?
Sounds like a talented kid.
He's only 6 or 8.
Yeah. Do you feel like he's a threat to himself or other people?
I want to think he's not, but I don't know. I've never seen him hurt somebody.
Is there a Mr. Felong? Is it just you and your boy?
Oh yeah, Samuel. He's out in the fields right now with some of our other children, but
Oh, where is your son, Mrs. Phelan?
I'm sorry. If you're not the people that Merrick said should be here, and you think that they're this threat, I don't think you mean wrong, but how can you help me?
Well, we may not be directly able to, but our friend McGorham said he would give your son the best life that he possibly could compared to the people that are after him now.
What does that mean?
That means, we'll be honest, he said the King's Shadow is after your boy, and the life he described did not sound too pleasant.
So you're here to take my son?
We're here to stop the King's Shadow from taking your son and provide maybe a better option to you and your family than that. McGorham didn't say you and your husband can come along too.
So we'd be able to see him?
I planned on just inviting the whole family back.
Do you want to give a deception on that, or?
That was my plan the whole time.
Okay.
McGorham didn't say no or yes.
That's true. That's true. Fair enough.
That was.
You suspect that you're not sure how plausible that is, but maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely not lying. My
True.
friend McGorham didn't specify.
It's not lying. It's just talking out of your ass about something you're not sure about. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
don't know if he. I'm glad we roll. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still gonna ask for a bluff because it's
Or
not
persuasion instead of a.
Oh yeah, I'll take that. I'll take
Okay.
that.
Because I really don't know how McGorham feels, so I don't feel like I'm.
Go ahead.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20 on that one.
Oh,
It was.
You lucky bastard.
I think, yeah, if we can see him and, we don't want him to be snatched away.
McGorham, he's a pretty reasonable guy, I'm not going to lie to you.
I've heard of many wondrous tales.
He might like the whole family coming along. He didn't say not to bring your kid's family.
I trust you. Come inside, please, quick.
Sure. I'll go in there, I guess.
Can I fit through the door for him?
Yeah, you have to go sideways a little bit, but you can. You come into a humble abode. She shuts the door behind you. And just he's over here, and it's a living area. There's a small table that's kind of lower to the ground, almost coffee table-esque, where you could sit around it on the floor, and there's some blankets that have been laid up on either side of it and folded for more comfortable seating.
Okay.
She takes one of those said blankets and pulls it aside, and there is a small, kind of crudely made trapdoor there. She opens it, and she says, "Godfrey, I'm coming down with some friends who think they can help you."
Oh.
And then from below you hear, "I don't need any help." And she goes down.
She goes down anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Perhaps I should go first.
Oh no, I'm pretty good with kids.
They tend to be interested in my people.
This one seems smarter than your average kid.
We shall see. After you, Mr. Sparks.
Before any of us go down, I want to yell, Godfrey, my name's Mr. Sparks, and is it okay if me and my friends come down to see you?
No! And then you hear the mother from below, "Godfrey, they're here to help. They're nice men. You should let them help you. There's a turtle. You know, a big turtle man? You've never seen one of those, right? And then you hear like a pouting noise, but like no verbal response. Like, and then there's a dwarf, and he's very charming, and then there's a woman who's very intimidating and strong. And maybe she's a knight. I don't know. And then you hear, fine.
Alright, so it's okay if we come down then, Godfrey.
Yeah.
You heard the man. Now I'll start to go down.
Grantor will follow.
It's only like about 10 feet.
Okay.
I mean, it's deep for people to just dig this under their home.
No, for sure, yeah.
But it's not big. You come into a room that's only about 20 feet back and about 15 feet wide.
Mm.
And there's like these wood supports that kind of take up part of it that are holding up the house above. In this room, there's like a writing desk. There's some candles that have been lit. There's a half-finished meal kind of shoved against.
Okay.
It looks like it's a plate that got thrown on the floor at some point. You see Mary kind of look at you in a cautious manner and then back to her child. And Godfrey, who has his arms crossed, and he's just kind of looking at you as you come down. And he goes, actually, I need an intelligence saving throw from all of you.
Oh shit, that's not gonna go well.
Oh no!
Yep. Intelligence saving throw. That's a 2.
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
I got 14.
Etta, some of presence that seems powerful assaults your mind, but you're able to hold it off. Almost a whispering of sorts kind of goes through your head, but it backs away after a moment. Cranthor and Mr. Sparks. While what stands before you is a child in every way, shape, and form, whatever presence has pierced into your head goes beyond anything that you could ever have imagined would come from an 8-year-old. Tearing through your thoughts and memories, it appears to be looking for something. And upon sighting the memory of specifically you speaking with Megorium, it stops and the presence fades from both of your minds. And then...
Oh, I'll never get used to that.
the boy snaps toward you directly, Mr. Sparks. And he says, I'm just another bounty to you.
You know, I'm definitely getting paid a lot to help you, but, you know, I like helping kids in general, so that's not 100% true.
Oh, that was you. Listen, kiddo, would it help if I opened my mind up too?
Yes.
And I'll kneel down in front of him, and I'll let him do whatever he needs to do.
Sure. Upon you kind of giving it a open, like just come right on in, it doesn't feel as aggressive, but you definitely feel some entity that is non-childlike, kind of sifting through your thoughts. After it's just kind of, it doesn't seem to stop on any particular thought or memory, but it does flick through a number of kind of random things.
Does it see her escapades with Lord Silver?
It sees escapades of some sort at some point in Etta's life. Definitely things like the things that you would not in polite society share with a child. But as it finishes, and it's all variety of memories too. It doesn't seem particularly interested in one over the other. It is just kind of.
It's really hard to think of when I talked to Mr. Megorium about this kid. I don't know if I'm able to bring that to the forefront of my thoughts, but I try.
memory doesn't have anything new to add from Cranthor's on this, or Mr. Sparks.
But it does add me agreeing to the job because of a moral obligation rather than money.
It does. This is true. But after a moment, the sensation goes away, and the child thing before you.
Child.
Says, "Who are these King's Shadow?"
They can do what you did. Reach into people's minds. They work for the crown.
So they're like me, and they work for the king,
Yes,
and they want me.
it would seem so, yes.
Why is this bad?
You
Godfrey.
you read our thoughts, right? Do I know that he did that?
There's not another obvious choice in the room.
Okay. So you would see where Megorium spoke about they basically brainwash you and take away your identity.
But I'm better.
With Megorium, you will be better. He'll give you everything you want without wiping your identity.
See him kind of thinking for a bit. And he goes, "But I'm me, and nothing can change that. Even the voices in my head can't change that."
Oh. Oh no.
From what we understand, the King's Shadow can turn you into something completely different. With Megorium, your whole family can come along.
Well, so does Mr. Fields, but I haven't changed.
Who's Mr. Fields? Fields. Do you say Fields or Fields?
Fields.
Okay.
He's up here, and sometimes when I reach out, he speaks to me, even appears, and he asks me to do things, but I do what I want to do.
See, the
What
King-
sort of things does he ask of you?
Sometimes he wants me to just move things around, or sometimes he wants me to hurt people, or sometimes all kinds of stuff. But I do what I want.
You are wise to do so.
With,
He does not sound trustworthy.
I'm sure Mr. Fields was fine. Now the King's Shadow. Those guys won't let you do what you want to do there, Godfrey.
What do you mean?
They won't make you do what they want to do. Megorium, he's going to train you to do whatever you want to do, but do it very well.
Megorium will let me do what I want to do?
That's what he said. He did say that, right? With some training.
He
They
never
would provide him the means to do what he wants.
to live a life that he chose, I believe, is the way he phrased
So
it.
I'm not lying.
Yeah.
In
In around, yeah, you're not being wholly dishonest with that statement. He might not be allowed to just do anything he wants to
right.
do. But
Okay.
yeah.
So okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Is skirt the.
Right, yeah, you're in that gray area between fact and fiction.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure Megorium did say he had something along those lines, if I was remembering right.
And he kind of think about that. Go ahead and give me a persuasion
Sure.
on that one.
That one's not good. 4.
No one can make me do anything. If these King's Shadow want to make me do things, they won't be able to. And this Megorium, I don't think he's going to be a threat.
He doesn't want to be a threat. He wants to be an ally.
He could help you develop your abilities. He is quite powerful.
Well, Mr. Fields helps me do that.
He also asks you to harm innocents.
He
Well,
never said innocence.
a lot of these people, they're people who made me mad.
But do they deserve pain and death?
He seems almost confused by the question. Not so much like the meaning of the words, but in a way, like if you ask an 8-year-old if someone should die, like they have no frame of reference to really interpret that.
Yeah.
Either way, he said the King's Shadow's coming for you, Godfrey. Do you think you can hold him off? You want to join him?
I mean, I am really good.
Clearly.
Can I ask how long this has been?
5 to 10 minutes so far.
Okay.
You've not seen anything suspicious or new yet.
Do you like toys, Godfrey?
Yeah?
Can I try and... I want to do the thing with like the quarter behind the ear, but with my luck stone. With him.
Okay.
What
Sleight of hand.
Slide hand?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
Nail the trick. Yes. Whoa!
Yeah, pull my luck stone out from behind his ear, like I would with a quarter with a child, and show it to him.
Can I try?
You know, the only reason I do that so good is because I'm so lucky because of this stone. It's a very special stone, Godfrey.
Can I see it?
Yes.
And he takes it, and you see it floats into his palm,
Sure.
and then it kind of races up, and then goes underneath, and you can tell it's kind of going up down. He's hiding it underneath him with his telekinesis, and then putting it behind his ear. And he goes, I mean, I couldn't tell how you did it, but
I'm just
yeah.
just lucky. And, you know, if you hang out with McGorham, he's got tons of toys like that, Godfrey. He's generous. I think he'll let you play with him.
He looks to his mother, and Mary just looks to him and just nods.
I got another toy for you.
Yeah?
I pull out the coin that Renwin bought me of Decisionary.
Oh?
This is another magic toy that we also got from McGorham. He's fucking chock full of them there, Godfrey. You're going to love this guy, I'm telling you.
As you are talking, Mary looks at you and goes, language.
Sorry, Mary. You're going to love this guy, Godfrey. You will too, Mary.
Godfrey, look, the King's Shadow, there's a lot of bad stories about them, and this Megorium sounds like a nice guy, and Mr. Sparks here has been nothing but a gentleman, and I really think he wants what's best for you. I think you should go, and I will allow you to roll with advantage in your next persuasion check.
And Godfrey, I'll tell you what, if you come with us, I'll give you my fancy coin.
Go ahead and roll, and add an additional +2.
And this candy.
+3.
Don't want him to eat the candy.
No, I gave him the fish, not the wake up candy.
I don't think I want him to eat any candy.
It just squeaks. It squeals and bites into God.
It was a 19 with the
With an extra +3 because you gave him the coin and I gave him candy.
I want to try and arm the candy down. I don't want him to have any candy from Petresso.
I mean, Grantor ate one. It's not. It didn't seem bad, did it?
No?
Not yet. I'll take my 19 and push the candy back instead
Okay.
of the extra.
So it lowers it 1 to an 18. But,
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I have a +1 from me, and then +2 you said from my giving him the coin.
Yes.
So his would give me a dirty 20, but I'd rather take mine.
I'm saying when you swap what would have been candy for the kid away, you're going to lose one from what you would have had.
I'll take it. I don't want him to have any candy. So yeah, an 18.
I mean, I like toys, and if Mama doesn't think that
Yeah.
the men are
Yeah.
they're good, I'll go with you.
And do you want your mom and pa to come?
Yeah.
Look, it seems like he wants a party.
And he looks at Mom. Are you coming? And she kind of looks toward you and looks toward him and says, "But we have to finish our work in the fields." But
I don't know if there's time for that, Mary.
that's our livelihood. We can't not do it. We'd starve.
I think where you're going, you'll be fine. And also, Magorian made it seem like you guys' lives were in a lot of danger right now.
Just in case. I hand her 20 gold pieces.
She leaps around to Cranthor and she hugs you and gives you a peck on the cheek.
Mind the spikes.
She maneuvers around it and just kind of like softly cries against you for a bit.
Maybe we should have went with that.
Perhaps. Yes.
This is enough to feed my family for seasons to come.
That is good.
Thank you so much. I'll get my husband and the rest of the kids and we'll join you shortly. Do you have a way to transport us? We don't have much.
We have some wagons.
So that's plenty. Just give me 5-10 minutes to go after the field and we'll be right back.
Do you want us to? I think it may be better if we went with you.
If that's what you want, yeah.
That might be wise, I think.
Okay, you guys are having your conversation from Cass's vantage point. The individual in the house hasn't moved, but another carriage has arrived at the roadside with the royal kind of emblems and things on it.
Oh, shit.
There are, apart from it being pulled, there are 4 guards on the outside who appear to be kind of generic Crimson Vanguard. And the door opens up and out walks an individual with a flowing kind of purplish cape. And then you recognize as the armor of the King's Shadow in their full official uniform. And they kind of survey the village in front of them. And
Not someone I recognize, correct?
no, not a familiar face.
Cass immediately, once he sees that, like, the emblem, he's climbing down and moving towards the house.
You know, stealth roll, please.
Oh. It is disadvantage to see me when I'm wearing the cloak.
I'd make it a straight
Cocked.
roll because you're still exhausted, aren't
No,
you?
he's not. He ate the candy.
Would you say that's cocked?
Oh, yeah, you ate the candy.
What was that?
Would you say that's cocked?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's against the phone, so.
It's almost dead even.
Yep.
2 lines.
That'll be non-natural 20.
Okay. The individual does not seem to spot you. However, the merchant, who was kind of dealing things earlier, kind of spots you. And then he sees generally your situation, and he looks toward the individual coming down the road. And you see him kind of...
Cass will reach into his pocket, pull out a sack of gold, and hold it up like, don't say anything.
And he kind of...
He tosses it.
He catches it,
20 gold.
peers in, and goes, that's a nice amount of gold. I'll do you one better, friend. And he gets on his wagon, and he kind of, and you see a couple of like attendees come out of the wagon and start like throwing things in it that he's had outside. And as you kind of go wandering off, you see the wagon kind of move to like block the path.
Oh, fantastic.
But yeah, you have
Yes.
cover, and he.
Cass will kind of nod to him and then move.
I'll be seeing you again, friend.
Of course. And then Cass will make his way to the house. And he's just going to push on the door, see if it opens.
It does.
Yep, he's going to go in. Where are they at in this point?
You don't see them, but you do see a open trap door and a blanket and shoved aside in this living area that you've walked into.
Cass is going to turn. Is there a bar that I can use to block that door?
No.
Okay. He's going to look down. We've got to move now. Assuming that you guys are down there.
Are we down there still?
Yeah. Your conversation's just concluded where it was at.
Thomas,
We've got to move. Let's move.
understood. We must go now.
Of course. You take Gadfrey. I'll go with my husband.
Cass is going to look out the window too and kind of keep an eye to see where the King's Shadow member is.
He's moving at a brisk pace, but nothing like a run or anything like that. He appears to just want to get this over with.
Okay. Anything that I can use to bar the door? Or is that the only way out? Is there a back door?
There is a door that goes, or a couple of doors from this room that go deeper in, but they are closed.
Okay. Is the mom coming up?
Yes. Well, actually, she'd be the last to come up. She's waiting for everyone else.
Okay.
Godfrey, you okay to go with my friend Cass here?
I'll keep you safe.
And you feel him
Which he can't do.
trying to look into you.
Yep.
And after a moment of him just locking eyes and blinking with you, he looks away and goes,
Trust me.
okay.
Hey, Castle. Is there a back door?
Yeah, it's over here. And the door opens up for you.
Fantastic.
And, don't forget your coin, Godfrey. I flipped him the coin of decisionary.
He uses his mind powers to just place it in his hand, and he goes along his way.
And Cass will start to try to lead him out to get him to a safer spot.
Mary, do you have another way out of here?
We can climb out a window.
Will I fit?
Maybe. If not, we can replace the window or never come back. Honestly, this money should be fine, and if this McGorgan's going to help us half as much as you say, it honestly doesn't matter.
So you say you don't care if you come back.
Not if we're going to be taken care of.
I think we should catch your house on fire on our way out.
That would be a good distraction.
A look of, panic and discomfort.
Mary, I know. I put my hand on her shoulder to try and comfort her.
Oh, God.
I saw, her life's work just got...
Mary, I know. I'm sorry. My friend says they're coming for us. It might be a good distraction. They might think you guys died in the fire.
That would be ideal.
Give me a persuasion.
It's 19.
It's not... I don't like it, but if you think it's best...
I'll be honest, I don't know what's best. I just know fires cause a hell of a distraction most of the time.
I just want to protect my family.
Cass will protect your boy, that I know. We just need them to get distracted with something long enough for us to get your husband and your other kids out of here.
I mean, it's made of wood and thatch. If you have a means...
Well, that'll
And
burn
Thor
off.
pulls out a flask of oil. He looks at you expectantly.
So can we go out through the tunnels?
No.
Is that how did Cass and
The back
Gad-
door?
They've gone out a back door, and then when you get to the back, there's a window with a slider, and it just kind of... And it's a one-story building, so it's just you kind of
Okay.
leg through it and...
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Well, I imagine I can just pick him up if need
Yeah.
be. And
Yeah, he just levitates through it.
oh, yeah. That works too. I forgot.
God.
I'm looking at... Kranthor's looking at Etta and Mr. Sparks with an oil flask in his hand.
I suggest we leave.
I feel like that's gonna calm draw more attention to us than distract from us.
Not to us. We'll be sneaking out while the fire's ablaze.
We'll have to go across some
Oh
fields.
no. Unless this King Shadow's an amateur, I'd imagine he'd be looking for someone running away from a fire.
No one in the King's Shadow is an amateur.
Granthor puts the oil flask away.
At least those are the legends. They are some of the elite of the elite. And the Crimson Vanguard are nothing to sneeze at either.
We must go.
You know, what
They're
if
going
we
to see us
left
run away from the
empty-handed
house
through the front?
regardless. What if what?
What if we just left through the front, empty-handed?
I mean, did they look like they were coming specifically to this house, like they knew where they were going, or was it more like a door-to-door?
They're so you see them walking in this general direction, not at the house in particular, but deeper into the village, which brings them closer to here. As they reach kind of an intersection in the middle of all of it, which is say 150 feet away, they stop, and you can see them like through a window.
Okay.
Peering out. Cast out back, you have a little more visibility. You see that individual who was doing the seating earlier in the kind of nicer clothes, or less dirty, I should say, because they are really made of the same stuff. He's like running toward them.
He's moving towards the King's Shadow?
Yes.
Okay.
That merchant who was originally like trying to get in the way of this guy, he's just kind of ignoring him. As he's like, oh, look at this, yeah. And
Oh, yeah.
And he glances back toward you. And he's like,
Yeah, which Cass will try to go the opposite way from where, so I assume the house is here, we're coming out the back. So if, say, he's here seeing the merchant, he's going to move around the other way.
okay, yeah. You, as you're moving away, you see the merchant try to gesture something at you, but you've like move.
And you also have the
Well, am I
board.
able to look real quick
You
to
can
see
peer back.
what he was trying to gesture?
Yeah.
Because was he trying to gesture for me to go a certain way?
It looked like he was kind of pointing toward his wagon and then to you, and like,
Then Cass will try to move there.
You also have the boy with you.
Yes. Which, will he let me carry him? And then, am I able to still keep advantage? I assume he's an 8-year-old. He's pretty light.
yeah. Go ahead and go ahead. I'm gonna say you move. You'll have normal because you are going through an open space to get to it. Actually, no, because you're getting a help action from him as well. So yes, you'll have advantage.
Because he also can float.
Um,
He can make himself
well,
weightless.
not the kid, but as you come back out,
Oh,
the
gotcha.
merchant moves to the other side of his field of vision and just like drags out a cart of things. Like, yeah, the guy just seems annoyed as hell with this guy.
Perfect. Favorite merchant ever. So advantage, you said?
Mhm.
Natural 20.
You silently and as stealthily as possible sprint into this wagon from behind.
How far away is the wagon from the house?
About 150 feet.
Okay.
All the while, you now you're close enough to be like, look, friend, the finest weapons you'll find anywhere in the kingdom, and armor like you wouldn't believe. Trust me, there won't be at a better price anywhere.
Which Cass is holding the kid pretty close while he's listening, but he's just like, this guy. I love this guy.
And then eventually, he's like, look, I'll buy your entire stock if you'll just leave me alone. Really? Well, hold on, friend. Let's start counting, shall we? You just hear the sound of like things being laid on the ground outside. Like, well, 15 gold and 10 and just
This guy's going to be
exasperation.
rich by the end of the day.
But yeah, the individual who you saw running up, you hear the footsteps of him rapidly passing by, and he goes, look, I'm sorry, I just saw you come in. I came as fast as I could. The house you're looking for is right over there. You're looking for the Felons. The mother's probably home, Mary. Just speak with her. And he goes, excellent, thank you for your time. Merchant, go fuck yourself. And he walks away. And you hear,
Oh no!
you just, what a prick. And then the sound of a coin flip from outside.
So do we see these King's Shadow guys coming our direction?
Yes.
So what I want to do is cast a second level fog cloud on top of them.
What's the range of that?
120 feet.
You're able to do it.
That's a 40-foot diameter of fog they can't see through.
Yeah, your fog cloud goes up.
You can't see either. I don't think. I think this envelops.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I'm in the cart, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're peeking out, and all of a sudden, just shroud, like the mist occurs outside of your cart.
Or it's 40 feet of heavily obscured area.
Oh, it's heavy fog. It's heavy fog.
So it lasts up to an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do that and look at the group still in the house. We're like, we need to go find her
Indeed.
husband and leave now.
Cranthor heads towards the window.
Oh.
And then you hear from the front of the cart. You got more friends over there?
I do.
Okay. And the cart lurches, and you feel motion as it kind of turns about. Just show those jackasses.
I love this
He's just
guy.
coming out of the fog.
Yeah.
You're an amazing friend, thank you.
But yeah, he moves the cart through, and then as it's kind of going, a few moments later, you hear, "Watch where you're going! Watch the fuck!" And you just hear the sound of clattering metal from outside, and then the cart
Soldiers
keeps going.
got run over.
And then, he pulls up beside the house, and
Are they still kind of in the fog cloud, not really watching us?
they're kind of coming up, but well, actually, you don't see them because a large caravan is now blocking the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Which cast would open the back. Scoop.
I'm hopping in. I've got worried about Petresso and getting her husband and kids.
Where's Mary at?
She's,
Right there with us?
yeah, she'd be there with you.
Get in. Where's your husband?
In the fields, they're just behind the house a little while that way.
Let's go. Let's go.
In we go.
Yeah.
All right, you pop in. You see several now kind of dirtied up royal individuals emerge from the fog, looking furious. They approach the house that you were previously in as you were riding away, and you see the King's Shadow operative kind of out front and wait for a response. As they,
Met him in half an hour when I got home.
as you push that way, or away from them, you kind of take this path along the field, and he goes, "I'm going to suspect that there's some sort of trouble involved here."
There's more coin for you, friend. Just keep going.
Okay. You're lucky I hate those guys. Then he takes it around to where a couple of anywhere from 12 to mid-teen children are working, a couple of sons and a daughter, as well as who you assume is Samuel. And as you come, they look kind of confused that there's this wagon way back here in the fields. But Mary steps on, just get in here now. And they all kind of scurry in, and she just explains, "We're getting out of here. There's some bad people here." And they talk amongst themselves, kind of sorting this out. As the individual, you hear the crack of the reins from out front, and you just hear, and you start taking off again.
I
Although
love him.
you now can no longer see yourselves or anything else around you.
All right.
Like someone casts darkness on us, or
No, as in you in the wagon and all things in it are turned invisible, and there's just nothingness, and you're moving through the air beside this field.
I don't know what just happened. What did I get us into?
What in Rumblefix's name is this?
so we can't see each other. Nothing. Do
No.
we still hear?
It's like you were like you touch like you're there.
Yeah. Do I still hear?
Yeah.
Like, did I hear him say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass is still holding on to the kid too, so
Now I have the kid and his whole family with us. Is the husband, the dad? in there?
yeah. Yeah. The total of 4 kids, including the kid, and then Samuel and Mary. And you all appear to be invisible.
Are we forgetting anyone besides Petresso?
You are moving back out to the road in that direction.
Okay.
How close is
That is here, yes.
the wagon that the
Yeah, I'm here.
King Shadow arrived in?
It is parked like behind the caravan you showed up in because you guys occupied the street.
Oh, is it next to our caravan? The Petresso one?
Yeah.
Is all that covered in fog?
Oh no! It's like out by the road, like a while
Okay.
away. Yeah.
What's their wagon made out of?
Their wagon is mostly metal.
The wheels and stuff?
Yes.
Damn.
And they're like, say if we were parallel parked, they pulled right up behind our...
Yeah.
Is it just one wagon?
Yeah, just one sizable kind of large coach wagon.
Does it look like there's anybody in it?
The driver is still atop it.
Guys, it would be loud. But maybe we'll shut the wagon down.
I don't think I want to draw any more attention to us.
Indeed.
Not from here.
Are we just going to join up with Petresso and leave out of here like nothing happened? You don't think they'll
That would be the best option, I think.
Does Petresso know we're here? We're just all talking.
Do we have a wagon big enough to hold this family in?
No, you have a few wagons. The issue is most of them are not covered. There's just like packages and stuff in them, and there's room to like sit amongst it and stuff. But you couldn't like. It's not like the merchants where there's this large covering where you can't really see what's inside.
Perhaps the digs would allow us to use some horses for family members.
Maybe we just ask Mr. Patricia if they can ride in his.
What if you? Well, I'm worried about making that transfer in front of the wagon of the King's Shadow sitting right there.
They're further back, though, aren't they?
They're behind your caravan, yeah.
They're
they're
beside
behind,
it.
okay.
Yeah, they're right behind us.
I mean,
Okay.
they are about 5 wagons behind the main one.
Who's to say we don't just leave them then?
Leave Petresso. Just go on to Solaris.
Why not?
Godfrey kind of pipes up. Can I help?
Can you help?
What do you need to do?
Oh. Are you interested in taking out a wagon?
I could take the wagon out.
Maybe. I get to break something?
I
Mr. Fields always wants me to break
I
things.
kind of like this leaving Petresso. That's a crazy motherfucker.
We can't just leave them. It's a 250 gold or something. It's nothing.
You're staying in my wagon. You're paying more.
Of course.
But I can give you a ride wherever you're going.
How much to
Solaris?
Solaris?
With you robbing a bunch of stowaways? I could take you there. 16 gold.
Why not? Hell yes. Thank you. Again, lifesaver, friend.
So be it. So we're passing the royal wagon and the creepy candy caravan.
Yes. Please.
That's it.
Are we abandoning
Sparks
Mr.
looks incredibly happy about this, but Rick wants to make sure you guys want to abandon.
Well, they don't know that because Sparks is currently not visible.
Are we talking right now, though?
You're talking, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like in corporal, like.
Oh,
yeah,
I just want to make
forces.
Sparks loves the idea of abandoning this guy. I just want to make sure Rick wants to make sure that I'm not going to.
The digs has it. The digs has it. It's fine.
Sparks been trying to ditch this guy for weeks.
For 16 gold for him to get us out of here, yes.
Oh no, Sparks is 100% on board with this plan.
Also, I'm not doing another one of those spells on the house.
Fair enough, friend.
I just didn't know what kind of shit I was getting myself into.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Tell you what, my
Let's go.
friend, you keep us safe to Solaris, and we'll make it 50 gold.
Well, you didn't have to suck me off too. I'll take it.
When we're safely parked in front of Megorium's magical shop there.
Megoriums.
Yes.
Well, I could say hello to an old friend.
So he keeps getting better and better.
Can I just do a general insight on this guy to make sure he's not going to fuck us in the asshole? Nope.
He's the most trustworthy man you ever met.
I'll incite the old friend part specifically.
Okay. We'll do, well, not advantage. We'll make it easier.
My insight's higher. It was 13.
13. There is a note of familiarity in that voice that denotes that he has some personal relationship with Megorium.
Okay. I mean, it seems like we've got everyone important. We have Gadfrey. As long as everyone's okay in Ben and Petresso.
I'm perfectly fine with it. Diggs has it.
Sure.
I do not like leaving a job
The
incomplete.
digs. What is that? The Steel Reserve? I sold those kids their first set of equipment.
Yes, that's them.
They're little darlings.
They're good kids.
Pretty sure they work for other
What?
people now.
What if we abandon Petresso for now, then meet back up with them in Solaris and rejoin the caravan?
If he'll allow us, then yes. I just want to get
How
This
far
kid.
is Solaris from here?
You're about a day and a half, 2 days away, depending how good your time is.
Granthor could go and just tell Petresso that the others are still with us, but we're going to meet up later.
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
You're now
Yeah,
out
we,
on the
we just need to
road.
get out.
We've just been going.
Yep.
Well, like you're just passing like where
Oh, yeah.
Petresso's caravan is.
Nick,
Yeah. Hey kid, you said you could do something to that wagon? What do you think, guys?
I'm thinking if we're quiet as we are, let's remain that way.
Fair enough.
As fun as it sounds, my friend.
All the hubbub, kid with powers. I guess I might get to see later. Well, we'll be out of here in no time. And then, you pass everything and continue down the road.
Do we see the digs or any what they were?
Yeah, you actually, as you were going by, you see them coming out of the woods.
Was their business a smoke session?
Yeah, do they look high coming out of the woods?
They do appear a little.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Everyone's like, oh no.
Should we say something to them as we're passing?
No, we're
No.
invisible.
We're invisible, yeah.
Whispering to each other in the back of the cart's one thing, but
They do like hear the sound of horse hooves dropping, and they look around confused. And there's like, guys, just I hear horses. Yeah, and the dig's like, dude, that's crazy. There's, oh shit, I hear it too. And they're all just kind of like waving their arms around. Where are the horses? But yeah, you pass by them, and as you go away, everything kind of fades behind you into nothingness as the forest obscures you and you move further down the path. You believe you have escaped.
Boy.
Fantastic.
how long do we stay invisible for?
It goes on for roughly 15 minutes
Okay.
Nice.
and then
Ollie.
drops away.
Well,
Neat trick.
If you see anything you like while you're back there, I'm willing to make you a deal.
what is back there?
What is
A
back
lot.
here?
Now that you're in here, the wagon is bigger on the inside than the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I rode in a police box like this
We
once.
met up with Medieval Doctor.
Snake oil salesman sounds more like.
God,
in the middle of it, like there are these kind of the wagon, those iron frames that are used to hold up the large
yeah.
canvas cloth.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
On the middle one, there is a symbol to Gheed stamped into the metal.
Mm.
God bless him.
Friend, can I ask your name?
You can just call me Gheed, friend.
Aww.
I do.
Hello.
What?
Welcome back.
Did you say Gheed?
I did.
See, I'm a cleric of a god, Gheed.
No relation, but I get that all the time.
Can I incite that?
This is actually Gheed.
Also, yeah.
Is it 23?
You think he's like, he just gives you a grin,
Mm.
and while you can't really tell, you suspect that if this isn't like actually Gheed, it's probably someone who is
Like an aspect or a champion of Gheed.
so
maybe?
a very devout follower.
I'll just be like, yeah, I'll take your word for it and give him a wink. A knowing.
And he kind of chuckles and he flips you a coin.
Mm.
And on one side it has the face of Gheed laughing. And on the other it has just an outstretched hand.
Does it match my coin that I wear on my neck? My
It
holy
does.
symbol?
It does.
Nice.
You are aware that upon receiving such a coin from Gheed or one of his imprints on the world, you can use this to re-roll the fate of anything that happens within sight of you once.
Okay. Excellent.
How do you activate it? Just
Yeah, you flip it.
flip it.
I guess the one I have is almost like a burned out version of that. That
Probably.
I've just kept for my holy.
It still can like channel.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of the power to like re-roll anything with that happens in your sight,
Okay.
that's a one burn.
Well, we got lucky meeting you today, Gheed.
Well, I mean, you are paying me 50 gold to take you a day and a half away. I say I'm the lucky one. And all of my wares are the finest quality. And they come with a lifetime guarantee and a 2-day warranty.
That's pretty good. Got any magic items back here?
Well, of course. When we can stop, I'll show you a few.
Okay.
I would like to see that as well.
I'm looking for something very particular.
I am not.
Well, I have what I have, but I'm willing to make a deal on just about anything.
I'm looking for a fancy hat. This,
One that lets you disguise yourself, perhaps.
yes, and the hat will also disguise itself.
I might have one of these.
What would you do for a fellow worshipper of Gheed? No one loves Gheed more than me. You could ask any of these guys. I never shut up about it.
This
He
is
doesn't.
true.
Well, I do love an ass kisser.
I'm very good at that.
And I admire a bit of mischief. I'd be willing to part with it for a solid 400 gold pieces.
That's pretty good. You know what? You got yourself a deal. You gave me this awesome coin.
Excellent. And he snaps and like some things move around and like on a rack of hats, like the one you're looking for is there.
Oh, nice.
And it looks kind of similar to his.
What's his hat?
He has like a head wrap thing on.
Okay.
This one is a little more pronounced. It goes out a ways, almost like a cloth wrap hat that you can just kind of like put on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him 450 gold, including the 50 that I told him I would get him. I'll preemptively pay him.
Pay in advance. Well, I wouldn't cheat anyone who did that.
Well, that shows you I won't either.
Check. 12.
You suspect that's true.
This guy is super trustworthy. Or at least Crantor thinks so.
Say, where are you folks heading to anyway?
Well, Solaris right now.
Solar.
Well, yes, but is that your final destination?
Vosh's bounty. Familiar with it?
You're going for the festival.
Yes, we are.
And anything else?
The Dread Bog, yes.
Yes,
Oh.
where our friend is from.
That is a interesting place.
Home sweet home.
As much as I've heard the hot mud baths are pleasant, I have to admit I haven't spent much time there myself. Not a lot of trade deals, so to speak.
And a great deal of alligators.
Amongst other things, yes.
I imagine it's hard to get a wagon through there.
I've never seen it done. Don't plan on trying.
Fair.
But I can take you along the way if you're looking for that. At least until the grounds starts to suck everything away like an infant at a teat.
Where are you off to, Mr. Gheed?
I go wherever opportunity takes me.
We have that in common.
Where's the opportunity taking you today?
Well,
Outside of Solaris.
I was going to say, that is today's agenda. But beyond that, well, there will be a festival at this Vosh's bounty.
That is pretty sweet.
Indeed.
Maybe you could be my security for a brief amount of time, and who knows, maybe I'll give you a discount on something when we get there.
He wants to escort you to the Vosh's bounty.
I'd accept it, unless you really want to get back to this Mr. Putresso, is that what I heard?
No.
Preferably not, no.
We do
Particularly.
not.
I'll be honest, I tried to kill and rob the guy, but these guys went down for it. Not that we do that to you. I'm just a very honest dwarf.
He seems just entertained with this for a moment. He doesn't reply. Sure, but after that I'm docking her pay a little bit.
You're okay stopping by the Dreadbog, so...
I can spend a day or two there. On the outskirts, of course. I'm not taking my goods in the middle of that.
Where did Magorian want us to go? Your village?
Yes.
In the
Cranthor's village is actually fairly north in the bog, which is about as close as you can get.
Okay.
That's the relevant part.
Maybe something we would be able to accomplish then? Potentially.
I have an honor duel to participate in.
Well,
Indeed.
that might be fun to watch.
He's trying to get Magorian shut up in his bog.
I suppose I could. No, I don't want to leave my wagon unattended. But maybe I could watch from afar. Who knows?
Sounds better to stick with him. Yes?
You offering any sort of pay? Besides discounts?
Transportation, without further charge.
Like that.
And I have a nice selection. Those discounts are quite valuable. Plus, you seem not to like this other individual, so the added benefit is I free you of his presence.
It's a pretty good deal. to be perfectly honest.
Indeed.
Tell you what, you tell us what you serve for breakfast.
As long as it's not candy.
Oh no,
Please, God.
corned
to be
beef
kidding.
hash, eggs,
That's far
bacon, or
better.
sausages, depending on
You,
what's.
I think you got yourself a deal.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes we get a whole pig to roast for dinner.
I like the sound of this.
Fuck yeah.
I'm down for this, yes.
Well, I'll pay you in food and generosity, and well,
I am
you'll take care of the rest.
down to take that deal.
Then we have an accord.
Hmm.
Come along. Not like you have a choice from my wagon.
While we're riding along, can I tune to the hat that I bought?
Yeah.
Do I have enough time?
Yep.
Okay.
You go forward for a while.
He doesn't have any rings of protection, does he?
Did you ask him? Or are you looking around?
Kind of looking around.
Give me an investigate.
Oh, God.
Am I able to give advantage? I guess if you ask Cass to look with you.
Cass, can you help me find a certain item?
Potentially, what is
I'll
the...
whisper quietly. Wow, why don't you guys just ask him?
What item was it?
Kind of at the front, you see him just listening back a little bit.
Yeah, I was hoping he would hear, like...
I would like a ring of protection, but I don't know how much you would charge.
As you're kind of looking around, you just kind of turn about, and like next to you, there's just like this stand with these like wooden, like little poles that stick out and just dangling from their rings.
You mean like that?
Indeed.
Ring of protection, you say?
Yes.
I might have a few. You're interested?
I am.
I could part with one for a simple 2,500 gold pieces.
Oh dear. That is far more than I was expecting.
It's a rare item. They're not easy to come by.
I did not realize they were quite so rare, it seems.
Well, if you change your mind, I have several.
I will keep that in mind should I come into some coin soon.
Is the cloak the same price, my friend?
Oh, a cloak of protection.
Yes.
Well, let me search through my things here and...
Because you don't have a cloak, correct?
I don't.
I got one that's made out of like a dire hyena hide, but
They're not quite so rare. I could part with the said cloak for 500 gold pieces.
Is that a little more in your price range, Granthal?
closer.
Closer?
500 is not a bad deal.
No, it is not. However, I only have 396.
I'll tell you what, my friend. You're going into an honor duel. Let me ask, this honor, how valuable is it to you?
My honor.
In relationship to this duel, yes.
Quite important.
Could you put that importance in a number of gold pieces for me?
That is a difficult question.
And so I can spot you the gold if you need it.
Are you certain, Netta?
Of course. Wouldn't have offered if I wasn't Granthor.
I will owe you, Etta. See, how much would that be? 500 minus 369. I'm really bad at math.
131.
131?
Huh?
I would need 131.
I can do that.
Thank you, Sierra. I will make or Etta, I will make a note. I appear to have the coin after all.
Well, if there's anything I can do to tempt you to throw said duel, you let me know.
I will keep that in mind.
Our mutual friend doesn't have enough interesting moments in his life. I'd like to send him one.
I'm not sure if Cranthor gets that entirely.
Probably not.
No. Cranthor is now broke. He has 6 copper pieces to his name.
Holy shit.
But a cloak of protection.
I do have
Yeah.
a cloak of protection now, so yeah. Cranthor will put that on and
Do you want me to adjust that for the spikes on your shell?
could you?
Yes.
Please, yes.
Yeah, he comes inside, and as he's fitting it to you, like these holes just kind of appear in the thing, and they're like slide
Like
around.
form fitting.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're just like this big, like Bowser-esque shape with spikes coming through your cloak.
I love that. Magnificent.
Is this family that we have in there with us? Are they just kind of watching in abject horror that we're so?
They
close
don't
to?
understand what's happening in front of them. Most of them are confused, with only Gadfrey just watching on with like this fascinated expression.
And the parents are probably just looking on in awe as I hand over a bag of
Yeah, more money than they've seen in their
Yeah.
life is
Yeah,
just
just
changing
handed over
hands
like
right now.
450
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
They're happy with what they were given, but
Yeah.
like that.
I hope so, because I don't have any more.
But yeah, they are astounded.
I'll turn to them and just just get the attention of the parents, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry that we couldn't facilitate that any smoother. I imagine packing up and leaving your home today wasn't what you had in mind.
It was not. No.
At least we did not burn it.
And I am personally very happy that didn't happen.
As am I. It worked out far better than I hoped.
No, I built that home 7 years ago. My own hands. I appreciate you not burning it to the ground.
I did not wish to, but I thought it might provide a good distraction.
No, these King Shadow individuals, I really hope that this Megorium can keep us safe from them.
If anyone can, I suspect Megorium will be that one.
Of course, well, since this very trustworthy dwarf you're traveling with seems to have my wife convinced that he'll take all of us in and take care of all of our problems, I look forward to meeting this most generous man.
He seems accommodating.
As Gheed is listening to all of this, you see him and then he goes to the front of his he goes back to the front and continues driving the caravan forward.
Hey, my int saves aren't -1 anymore.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
But you continue on, at least for the rest of this day, unaccosted. Night falls and you pull off to the side of the road into a clearing nearby. Fire is made, and true to his word, a fair assortment of foods are laid out before you. Vegetables, fruits, produce, all kind of cooked in various forms. A pig is put on a giant spit and roasted. You are given a veritable feast in the middle of these woods as Gheed and a couple of attendees who have been helping. Sorry, not Gheed. Gheed.
Right. Not Ziggy.
Not Gheed. The names are so close; it's easy to trip on them. They are kind of conversing amongst themselves and enjoying things. And every now and again, as you try a drink or some of the food, he's like, "Oh, how is it? Yes, did you enjoy it?
Indeed.
Excellent, excellent. More mulled wine for the turtle friend over here.
Thank you.
You don't need to worry about keeping watch tonight, friends. I'll see to it that you're kept safe."
Thank you, friend.
And
Kind of, yeah.
one of his attendees plays some music on a harp that they pull out. You're all lulled into a very restful sleep. Those of you who are kind of coming to the end of the effect of the candy you had earlier, you feel a wave of exhaustion wipe over you. 2 ticks of exhaustion take place.
I don't think I ate any ever.
Nope,
you
you
did
didn't.
not.
I should not have, but I did.
Ugh.
2 levels,
2 levels.
God.
and then one's
Yeah.
about to go away.
Right, you will lose 1 from this rest.
Can I mark it as 1, or
You can
is
mark it
this
as 1.
rest going to?
Oh no, you can mark it as 1. Gheed is a man of his word.
All right.
What he says will technically be true.
Wow.
As soon as Cranthor wakes up, he's taking that other piece of candy and throwing it in the bushes.
I was going to say eat it. That's their point of exhaustion.
Nope.
Imagine the guys now who are
Like,
on multiple.
They just
oh
die.
God.
They can't stop.
Yeah,
If
or else
they
they
do,
die.
they'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Level 6 exhaustion is dead.
Mr. Putresso has the most loyal caravan attendees ever.
He essentially has slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Crack-addled slaves.
Sometime before that, would Cass be able to catch Godfrey?
Yeah. He's with his family, but yeah.
Right. Godfrey, would you mind?
Okay.
Cass will step away if he'll follow.
He'll follow.
Tell me your abilities. They just happen?
I didn't always have them, but one day I had a dream, and there was a voice, and I followed it, and there was this man, and he didn't have a face, but I went to him. He's the one I called Mr. Fields. And I followed him into a cave, and there was something there, and I can't picture it clearly, but ever since that dream, I've been able to do all of this.
Interesting. You tried to pry into my mind earlier and couldn't.
You're able to protect yourself.
Yes. I am like you in that way. Just it seems my abilities are a bit different.
You should let me. I think I can help you.
All right. Cass will let him.
He touches his hand against yours, and an alien entity goes into your mind, and it kind of starts piecing through you. Memories, feelings, identity. And it begins to not change them, but rearrange the order in multiple ways in which they are experienced or happen. Past joys, traumas, and everything in between are experienced in very brief flashes to be replaced with each other in a way that is almost as though the thing arranging them doesn't understand how they should fit. But as that is happening, you feel this opening within yourself. As you continue to experience your life in all of these different ways, and all these different perspectives that kind of connect the events in different methods, as though the causality from one to the next keeps shifting as the way that they are organized changes. And you sense a deeper connection to this energy within yourself. Not completely available to you, but just beyond your reach, waiting for you to come closer. The entity backs away, and for a moment, Godfrey's eyes lose the curious glare of a child, and they shift into something that is intense but unfeeling. And he says, "That is what you must seek. If you can touch that and dive into it, you can find so much more to your gift." And then the look fades away, and the child is before you once more.
I don't know what to say outside of thank you. That gives me something to go for.
That's Mr. Fields. That's what he can do.
Thank you. Again.
He wakes the gift. And he seems kind of odd, but sad. And then he goes back to his family.
Cass will catch him real quick.
Mm.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah?
Cass pulls out the bird. This bird, it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
You can send messages with it.
To anybody?
To anyone. Anyone within a good distance.
I mean, my family's here, but there's somebody I'd like to send one to.
You have a friend.
Someone from the village. Someone I told about my gift. And I just want to tell them... I just want to send a message to them. May I?
Absolutely. Cass hands it to him.
You'll take it. Now, does he have to actually say it, or can he...
Actually has to say it, yeah. So... The command word.
Quietly, you can. It's an earshot of you, but nobody else.
Right. Well, Cass will tell him the command word too.
Right. Yeah, because he doesn't need that.
Right.
And the eyes change once more, and he leans in with kind of a grin that is weirdly large, and he says, "I escaped, and I'm going to return for you."
Oh my god!
And then the bird takes off.
Oh, Cass is amused. This child. Are you sure you're not my kid? God.
And then the eyes shift back once more.
Oh my god.
You want to roll an Arcana check for me?
Ooh, only a 9.
There is something strange, but you cannot put your finger on it.
Cass is alright with that. He's very curious about this entity and what he just watched with that kid.
The bird takes off.
Have a good night, Godfrey.
You too, Thomas.
Well, he would know his name.
Oh, that's right.
He read through his mind.
He still says Thomas.
Cass nods.
He goes back to his family and he falls asleep in his mother's arms.
Cool.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do at camp for this night?
Yes, please.
Edda.
Yas. Alright, Edda will grab some supper, but like before this like sugar crash from hell comes.
Absolutely.
She's going to grab her bedroll and some rope and like walk past Cranthor and say, I'm gonna pull a cast for a minute, but I'll be back, okay?
We've turned my name into a verb now.
What do you mean by pull a cast?
I'm gonna go have some alone time and then I'll be back.
Very well. Be cautious.
I will. And I will walk far enough into the trees that, like, if I shout, someone will hear me, but, like, if I'm just talking to myself, they won't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, and I will find a tree that I can fit my bedroll around, and I'll lash it to the tree, and then I'll, like, take some extra, like, fabric, like, wrap my knuckles, and I'm just gonna start waylaying this tree.
And so you begin.
And as the... Huh?
I said, and so you begin.
And while I do, I'm just going to carry on a conversation. I'm going to be like, hey, Dad, what's up? And I'm going to tell him all the shit I've done and how sad I am that I disappointed my mom and how angry I've been the past couple days at the shit we've gotten into. And eventually there's just going to be some, like, vague tear tracks, and she's just going to have a good angry cry out in the woods by herself. And she'll stay there for about 45 minutes, collect herself, and then go back.
Okay. You emotionally relieve yourself by the tree.
On the tree, technically.
True.
I protected it. I put a bedroll on it.
And when you feel that you've kind of worked out everything that you can here,
Yeah.
you return to the camp, following the smell of the foods and the sound of music, and for a brief moment, the sight of a family that is together, and you and your party members who helped make that possible.
I guess she'll nod to herself and find wherever we're making camp and set her bedroll up still this time.
Ooh. Tense.
And sleep real good.
I was gonna say, does Bag of Holding has a tent, right?
Andrea did not give me the contents of the bag, so
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
I assume Ed or Runrun was carrying their tent.
I don't know what her inventory is.
One of them had a tent.
I know I'm carrying a tent.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Cass has the other one.
Sparks always sleeps under the wagon.
Cranthor just kind of digs a rut in the mud and just kind of.
Cass is gonna move over to Edda at some point. Hey, Edda. Runrun's not here. We can share a tent.
Fuck yes. I'm telling you, man, it didn't happen last time, but I am warning you once more that I am a roping cuddler, and you sleep in the same tent as me at your own risk.
Fair enough.
But I don't snore like Simon, so it's a bit of an upgrade.
It is an upgrade, yes. It is an upgrade.
Oh, shit, it's been a couple of days, huh?
It has. It has. How's that wine, by the way? Have you tried it yet?
No, I haven't. I'll pull it out, and I'll share it with Cassian.
Very nice. I would like to try some, yes.
Yeah.
It was 20 gold wine. Is it pretty good?
It's very good.
Oh,
You got your money's
Good.
worth.
fantastic.
Whining and dining.
It comes with a warmth, but almost an enchanted comfort. Your stress just disappears.
That's
And
dangerous.
Yeah.
you can almost feel the, as you drink it, the same way like when you're dehydrated and you drink water and you can feel it spreading throughout you. This kind of bliss follows this wine as it just moves along your innards. And you are absolved of the daily anxieties that have held your lives for almost every day of this trip for quite some time.
Fuck, this is some good shit.
That's some good shit. Love me some chemically induced release serotonin.
Yes. I don't know what serotonin is, but I'll believe you, whatever that is.
Me neither, but it's a good word, right? It sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds fancy. Sounds fancy.
I know, right? It makes me sound more intelligent than I am, and I like it.
Oh, man.
Anybody else?
Granthor would just like to look around for some pebbles that would work well as sling ammo.
Survival check, please.
At disadvantage because I am exhausted. That would have been good, but that's sure not.
Cass has ball bearings.
Didn't really find anything. Those will work.
Yeah,
but
Cass has 1,000 ball bearings.
I should just buy ball bearings and then I'll never run out of them.
But I mean, for the meantime.
I mean, I have 20, I think, but I just wanted to get a little nest egg of ammo built up. I probably don't find any with a natural one, though.
No.
No.
Anything else from Mr. Sparks?
I don't think so.
Okay. The camp rests near each other, some in tents, some not. There's a peaceful night. Gheed watches over the fire and occasionally glances around, a grin on his face as he continues to indulge in the bounty before him, and the music of his assistants fills the air. The last thing you see is his grin in the firelight and the bounty before you. Everything fades to black in a comfort and brightness that you have not had for some time.
I'm just sleeping under his wagon.
You, as you are kind of drifting off, you feel a kind of cushion get kind of shoved beneath your head,
Oh, yeah?
and a blanket over the top of you.
Aww.
And you all sleep quite soundly.